Hello, hello. Hello and welcome back. Today we are doing our second session in our Curse of Strahd D&D campaign. With me is the friends from last time, the friends we've made along the way. And we will be picking up right where we left off, and I'm going to remember to unmute the party this time. All right. Cool. So we're just waiting for a couple people to be ready, and then we will get it popping. Cool. Let me get all my stuff ready. I've got my notes. Is everyone logged back in today?
Looks that way. Oh, I should do a test roll real quick.
Cool. Our test rolls. That is a number.
Ooh,
Yeah.
get that out of the way real quick.
Yeah, right. For
Get
both of
the
us.
get the nat ones out of the
Oh,
way.
I can
before
do
we start.
worse.
Yeah, you could have rolled a nat 1.
Very nice.
This is a sign. You need to go easy on us today, Nikolai.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're not doing great.
We will be okay.
We got the bad rolls out of the way, so now we're going to get to the good rolls.
Sure, that's how
Bold
that
of you
works.
to assume this isn't the start of a trend.
Just throw the
Amazing.
throw the bad dice in dice jail.
Oh my god, they didn't.
Very nice. Let's see. Is everyone here, or are we still waiting on some people?
I think we're all good.
Yeah, I
We're all
think this
good to
is
go?
everyone.
All right,
Got
let
my
us
character sheets set,
begin.
ready to go.
Oh shit, I should probably have some character sheets. It'll be fine. Okay, let's see. So let's do a recap real quick. So in last session, the group all met up in a tavern outside of Barovia. You met with Henry and William. You traveled through the Sphalic Woods, through the fog. You made it to Barovia. You found the village of Barovia, poorly named. Let's see. On your way to Strahd's castle, you were attacked by zombies, which you thoroughly destroyed. You made it to Strahd's castle. He invited you for a feast. At the feast, you learn that he is pretty powerful. He knows lots of languages. He's just a very powerful being. And then he killed Henry and William in front of you as you all kind of just watched this happen. Then you, after the feast, he told you, and I guess this was before he did the murder, or something like that. Anyways, he told you that he had 3 tasks for you guys, and those 3 tasks were to rescue Irina from the Burgomaster estate, to find and kill the murderer. What the hell was his name? Van Richten.
Van Richten.
Yeah, Van Richten. And then he said that there were some items for you to track down as well and retrieve for him. And he told you in order to find those items, you should visit the seer basically in town, and she'll hook you up. So yeah, we left off in the village of Barovia in the tavern. You guys slept for the night, and upon waking up, you realize that it is still nighttime, and it is always nighttime in Barovia. Let's see. I believe. Let's see. You sent out some spies to go. Let's see. What was it? You sent out some spies to basically do some scouting and learned that you are actually unable to leave Barovia. And what was the other spy? That one was looking into the Burgomasters.
It's
Trying to remember.
no,
Richten, I
it's a
think.
yeah, Van Richten right now.
Van Richten. Gotcha. Okay. Cool. Okay, so then we pick up where we last left off. You guys were in the tavern. You had a wholesome speech. Strahd showed up, said hello, and disappeared. Okay, so then I guess, yeah, you guys are where we left off. You're in the tavern. You're downstairs. You're all having your conversations, and Strahd has just left. I believe that's where we left off, right?
Okay, so I
Yep.
think we were mostly interested in the tarot lady.
Getting the tarot reading.
We could ask. I forget the girl's name, the redhead from the reception.
Oh yes, yes. Let me go check. It was You're talking about the tavern keeper, right?
Yeah.
Diavola.
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 Diavola, that's
Yes,
what it was.
I'm glad you guys keep good notes too. I'm scrolling up this huge text document.
I mean, I am too. It's just, it's my mess, and I know where everything's at.
That's fair.
Nice.
Very nice. So you want to ask Diavola how to find the tarot person, the seer?
Diavola was the one who mentioned her, right? Like she was the one who told us
Strahd was
about
the
it.
one who told you to go visit the seer, but Diavola would know where she is as well.
Okay, cool. Well, that's my plan. I don't know if anybody else prefers other spots first.
I think the only other thing that we had talked about is maybe going to check out the Burgomaster's residence. But I don't know if we really want to split up the party for this, or if we want to just all hang out to make sure we're getting the same information.
Probably should stick together.
That's fair. I don't mind us going. I don't mind what order we go in, I guess. But yeah.
Yeah, part of me wants to see if we can get some more word on the street about Irina and the Burgomaster.
Hmm. Okay.
Timothy's also interested in trying to figure out, like, sort of like Strahd's behavior and like powers, I guess, from the locals. Because if he just did that to us, like, is that like, is everyone? Can anyone tell any secrets in this place? Like that's what he's wondering.
Yeah. Both of those are probably things we can do on our way to the fortune teller as well.
Yeah, for sure.
See if we can
Yeah,
meet
that's
anybody
true.
on the way that we might be able to.
Yeah, absolutely. There's definitely people strolling around the village that you could try to talk to.
I guess we talk to Diavola first to find out where the oracle is, and then go
Sure.
from there probably.
Yeah, sure thing.
Cool. So I guess Jasper will just approach her and be like, "So, there's a fortune teller in town. I hear she can maybe give us a lovely reading today, or perhaps a little more info."
Oh, yes, of course. This is Diavola talking, of course. Yes, you are looking for Madame Ava. She is our local seer. She actually lives in a tent just on the edge of town. Can't miss her. She's on like the western side. Yeah, she's happy to give out readings to anybody who's interested.
Oh, how very kind. Does Strahd make regular little appearances on the top of buildings and whatnot? Is this a regular occurrence of yours?
Strahd, he's such a jokester, isn't he? He shows up wherever he damn well pleases, invited or otherwise.
But does that
Interesting.
mean he's already here and that he's listening to us right now?
Honey, I would just watch what you say wherever you are. He's everywhere and nowhere all at once.
Awesome. Hear that, guys?
Wonderful, wonderful. Yep, that's great. Well, we will be on our way then. Thank you for your help.
Of course, have a great rest of your. Well, I can't say day because it's always night here, but have a good one. I'll see you soon. Try to stay safe if you can.
Okay.
Right, so do you guys want to head over to the Burgomaster estate, or do you want to head over to the seer?
I think we're going to the seer.
Seer, sounds
We're
good.
keeping an eye out to see if there's anybody that looks like they would
Sure.
not immediately turn down a conversation.
And also,
Sounds
like,
good.
immediately in that area, it was like the tavern and a couple of other like shops, right?
Yes. So I'll just move us to the village center, just right outside the tavern. So yes, there. The other shop in town was Rictus and Mortimer's General Goods. Yeah, so that's one of the other shops you could go visit. But other than that, the only other thing in town for you to do would be to go visit the Burgomaster Mansion or go check out Madame Ava's tent. Would you like to try and talk to some passerbys as you make your way to Madame Ava's tent?
I think Jasper would just lean over to the groom and be like, "Maybe we should stock up on some garlic."
I don't think the marketplace that Strahd owns is gonna have any garlic.
And
Good
it does.
point.
I highly doubt it will be effective against him.
We would not be able to purchase anything that would harm Strahd here.
But
Do you guys want to go
I don't
into the general goods store, or do you want to just carry on?
I think we should save this shopping trip until we know where we're going next, presumably after we speak with the madam.
Cool. I think we just head on our way over to the
Okay.
Madam Ava.
Yeah,
Perfect.
and I'm just trying to not like gawk at everybody, but just keep an eye on the place, see what people's general disposition is, and I guess like the state of the town as I'm walking.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, you make your way out of town, and you find Madame Ava's tent. It's a small tent, but it's big enough for all of you. So you all kind of make your way inside, and you find Madame Ava is in there with all of her books and her crystal orb and her deck of cards and everything. Yeah, what do you say to her?
Timothy will sort of like to themselves / to the group, like sort of chuckle and say, "Do you think she's gonna say to us that she was expecting us?" Like kind of like laughing amongst themselves.
Uh, are you inside the tent at this point, or is this like before you enter?
It's kind of like as a little bit as we're entering.
Okay. As you're entering, she says, "I've been expecting you."
you hear 3 distinct high fives inside
Amazing.
the trench coat.
2, 3. Okay.
Amazing. Okay. What brings you here today to my tent? I mean, of course, I already know, but I'd like to hear it from you directly.
Uh-huh. Sure. We have been asked to find some items.
Sorry, you made me laugh, and I'm
Apparently-
choking. I'm sorry. Keep
Are
going.
you sure?
Don't
I'm
die.
good. I'm good. I'm sorry. Keep going.
It can be both. Yeah,
I'm so
so
sorry.
we were told to locate several dangerous sealed artifacts, and we were informed that you would be able to point us towards them by a certain someone.
Ah, yes, of course. Lord Strahd sent you, I presume. Well, I can do that for you, but we'll have to do a reading. Is that okay with each of you?
Allie will look at everybody else.
Why, yes, certainly.
All right, then. And then Madame Ava is going to hand a bowl to, let's say Timothy's off on one side and you're all lined up around a table, basically. Madame Ava is going to hand a bowl and a knife to Timothy and say, 1 drop of blood from each of you will do it. That is the fee I request.
Yes. Each
Nope.
of us in the party. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Apollo is instantly like, just nope. This is not. Only evil magic requires blood.
Allie will just pipe in. I don't know anything about magic, but after a certain run, I decided to keep all the rest of my bodily fluids inside of me. It's all the same to you.
I see. Which one of you is brave enough to offer up the sacrifice? And she looks to Timothy and
I think Jasper's just going to shrug
Jasper.
and be like, well, I'm already kind of bloodbound anyway, so I don't know if this will even work. So she'll take it and just do a small prick and drop the blood inside. I think she's also trying to look to see like what kind of magic item she has and just like how she's doing this.
Gotcha. Yeah, you can't make any sense out of all the knickknacks she's got around the tent. She's just got a bunch of things everywhere. Timothy, how are you feeling? You wanna offer some blood up for this reading?
Timothy is going to look to everyone and say, "Well, how can one man compensate for the blood of 2 others who are backing out?" Trying to like allude to the fact that what she said from each of you, that she definitely didn't mean the 3 kobolds inside.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure you have more than enough blood for the 3 of us.
Timothy will turn around and they'll each kind of like talk to one another, and eventually they will give 1 drop of blood each.
Okay.
But with their back turned, and they turn with the bowl.
Very nice. Okay, Madame Ava will take the bowl back and say, well, while a few of you have skimped out, the proper number of beings' blood is present miraculously. As she kind of like looks to Timothy, clearly she knows what's going on. And
she didn't
so
even roll an insight check. But...
all right, fine. You want an insight check?
I do.
God. How about a 6?
How about a stealth, I guess?
Yeah, sure. Why don't you roll against her? Okay, all right, fine. Okay, fine. She
Maybe
knows,
she's just confused.
She knows how much blood is in there. She doesn't know where it came from. All right, happy?
Yes.
I love playing with you guys. This is fun. All right, so she takes the bowl of blood with the proper amount of blood from different individuals in it. She takes like a little pestle and she stirs it around, and then on the middle of the table is a glass orb. You know, normally you would assume that this would be like the thing that's got like the smoke swirling in it. There's actually a little cap on the top that she takes off, and she pours the blood into the crystal ball, and the blood starts to swirl around inside the crystal ball, and then she pulls out a gold deck of cards. And funny enough, I've actually got myself a deck of cards that is gold. Oh my god, that doesn't show up on stream at all.
Detect evil and good on the orb. I guess I cast it on myself and just use it to sense if
Could
the
you
orb is
post
evil.
that spell in the chat just so I can read it?
I mean, it's
Cool. Yeah. So you're just looking if it's got anything evil going on inside
evil,
of it.
Yeah.
It's pretty neutral. It's a glass orb. It just has some blood in it. But yeah, it's not good or evil. It's just an object. Okay, very nice. So she pulls out her deck of cards and says, for each card I pull, some imagery will show up inside of the crystal ball, and that'll kind of divine future. And let me refer to my notes because this is a whole thing.
Also, I guess just as a quick note, if you are casting Detect Evil and Good, I will have Fey magic, so that'll just be thrown in there probably.
Okay.
Cool. You probably will detect that.
So a strong Fey influence from
From Jasper.
Yeah.
Jasper.
Cool.
Yeah.
Why don't you? Let's see. Everyone, give me a perception check real quick before we move on to the next part.
Perception?
Yes, please. Perception.
Okay.
14. Ooh, very nice.
What is that? Okay.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. So everyone except Alessandra. Never mind. Let's see. Okay, so Timothy and Apollo, they noticed that the facial features of Madame Ava, they seem familiar to you, but you're not really sure why. Timothy, you don't even notice this actually, but Alessandra and Jasper actually recognize the facial features of Madame Ava to be similar to that of Lord Strahd, which is kind of interesting. All right, on to the next part.
I think Jasper will just look over and say, like, say, have we been in a coven together? Have we? Is this
Madame Ava will like look at you and chuckle and say, "Oh, I've been in a few covens, my dear."
And is that nose a family trait?
Oh, it probably runs in the family. Okay.
Was it in the city of Azuriel?
I've never been to Azuriel. In fact, I've never left Barovia.
Huh.
Yes, but I rather suspect that you and your brother came from the same circus, maybe.
Brother, I have no idea what you're talking about.
Cousin, perhaps. Whatever. She waves a hand. Anyways, proceed.
Yeah, Ava's gonna ignore this comment. Clearly, she doesn't want to talk further about this. Okay, so we are going. Madame Ava says, "I'm going to draw 5 cards for you. Each one will have an important piece of information for you about your journey, and I'm going to actually draw some cards for you guys." All right. So the first card we're gonna draw, we got the 7 of clubs. Let me just refer to my book real quick. This is a whole thing.
Make sure you show the camera so we can proof check you later.
Okay, yeah, you can actually read these on camera. That's cool. All right. 7 of clubs. Okay. So the first card, Madame Ava is going to pull this card, and she's going to say, yes, this first card tells of a book, a tome of Strahd. It is a book that contains much information about the vampire himself. And in the crystal orb, you can see this book kind of manifest in like the bloody fog. And she looks a little bit deeper and she says, yes, I can see its location as well. It is located in the Amber Temple, which is located high up in the mountains. It is well guarded, though, and you would be unwise to proceed there right now. You should gather strength before attempting this. Madame Ava is then going to pull a second card. And this one is the 3 of Hearts. And let me refer to my book. Okay. And that one, she's going to say, this card shows a powerful artifact that grants protection for you against Lord Strahd, the holy symbol of Ravenkind. And in the fog, the blood fog, you see this platinum and gold medallion that's shaped like a sun with a big bright red gem in the middle. And she tells you the location of this object can be found in the tower in the middle of the lake. And in the fog in the back, you can kind of see in the middle of this lake, there's this tiny island, and there's a tall tower in the middle. Yeah, she says it's in a chest locked away at the top of this tower. She's then going to draw a third card, and it is the 10 of Hearts. And she's going to say... Okay, she's going to say, this third card shows a powerful weapon. And in the fog, you see, it looks like part of a sword, but it's just the hilt. There's no blade on it. It is just the part you hold. And she says, this is the sun sword. And as she says this, a beam of light, like sunlight, erupts from the blade into it becomes a blade of light, basically, that comes out of the hilt. And she says, this is no ordinary sword. For one, it produces a beam powerful enough to produce sunlight. Additionally, the blade itself is also sentient. And yeah, in the mist, you see this sword of light, basically. And she says, I can see the location of this item. It is in Sergei's tomb, which, and then she says, Sergei is the brother of Strahd, now deceased. It's in his tomb, which is located near the Wizards of Wine Vineyard. And let's see, then we're going to move on to the next card reading. All this down. All right.
got
Oh
it.
yeah.
Cool. The next card she pulls is the Jack of Diamonds. And she says, this next card will lead you to Strahd's enemies. You know him as Van Richten, but he is currently hiding away at the Blue Water Inn in Valaki, disguised as a man named Rictavio. He's going about disguised as a circus ringleader. You'll recognize him from the monkey on his shoulder that he carries around and performs with. Yeah, he's a very powerful and dangerous man. And then she'll pull the next card. And in the blood blood ball, you can see this man's face, so you'll recognize him if you see Van Richten. Drop my card. All right, the next one we're pulling is the Queen of, is that clubs? I think that's clubs.
The like clover looking thing.
Yeah, that's clubs, right? Okay.
Yep.
Queen of Clubs. Cool. And she will tell you with this one. This fifth and final card, gives you the location of Strahd's tomb. The only way you can defeat or have a chance of defeating Strahd is by killing him in battle and then going to his tomb within 1 hour and driving a stake through his heart before he can regenerate. And she tells you that this tomb is located deep underneath Castle Ravenloft. With that, she says, the cards have divined for you all you need to know for now. I hope this was satisfactory for you. And with that, the blood fog kind of fades away, and the ritual seems to be over.
I missed a couple of things with Van Richten. He's at the Blue what Inn?
The Blue Water
Blue
Inn.
water.
Blue Water.
It's the Blue
Okay,
Water Inn
and
in a town called Vallaki. That's Vall. Oh, I have this written somewhere. Vallaki is Vallaki. And he's disguised as a man named Rictavio. You can spell that however you like. Yeah, Rictavio. Rictavio.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. In battle, so you can turn cards to North Ravenloft. That's correct.
I can't play right now, but
While we're sort of absorbing all this information, Timothy is going to kind of look around at everyone else's. Like it's like kind of like he's confused. Why would such a powerful being send them on a quest to find them powerful artifacts that can defeat him? And he's kind of like giving a confused look to everyone. Like, are you seeing the same thing I'm seeing?
I think Jasper's gonna.
Allie is just straight faced. She's not giving anything away right now.
Cool. I think Jasper's just gonna quickly tap at Lysandra because I guess she noticed she made the comment on like being brothers and stuff, so she also kind of noticed the similarity and she's gonna be like, I could detect magic to see if there's an alter self spell here, although I don't know if that'll change very much. It's not like we don't know that he's around and listening, so would that be of use to you in any way, or should we just move on?
We should wait until we're not within sight of anyone.
Makes sense. Alrighty. So,
All right.
How does the group wish to proceed?
See here. Okay, so that's our 3 objects then. All right.
Yeah, she gave you the location and description of 3 items that are powerful artifacts, but she told you that it would be dangerous to go after those now.
Right.
And then she told you the location of Van Richten and the location of Strahd's crypt. Don't forget, Strahd also told you the first task for you was to go rescue Irina.
Right. Still.
maybe we could simply talk to Irina before we make any rash decisions.
Well, I think that was DM to the players, not
Fair
in
enough.
character. Allie will just get up and be like, "Well, it's at least something to go off of," and then she'll just make to leave.
That's good. Are you going to say goodbye to Ava or thank her in any way?
Does Allie seem like the sort of person that thinks
No,
other people?
no, sorry, I meant to the group in general. Is anyone going to say anything, or are y'all just going to
Not.
get up and leave?
Apollo's already uncomfortable. He's just gonna go.
Jasper's like, all right, well, thank you for your help. And if we have any other questions, could we possibly come back to you? Are you always here?
Oh, come back anytime, my dear. The pleasure's all mine. I'll tell you anything you need to know whenever you need to know it. Come back anytime.
And Apollo didn't get anything off of his detect good and evil off of Ava herself. Then
Let's see. Ava would be more neutral as well. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
While
Timothy?
leaving, specifically, Mo says, "That's the worst poker hand I've ever seen."
It's,
Amazing.
And he's
Allie
gonna
will give a
follow.
little chuckle at that.
Mo will
Amazing.
take note of this.
Yeah.
Right. Where does the group wish to head next?
First, while we're just standing a little ways outside the tent and maybe off to the side, I'll kind of wave Jasper over.
Actually, before we leave,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think so hard of like what questions I should ask her. I think she does want to lean over and ask, like,
So what's the deal with like everybody here? Like, is everybody created by Strahd? Kidnapped by?
She's gonna laugh at the thought of Strahd creating all these people, and she'll say, "And this is, are you staying behind in the tent for a few seconds, like everyone else is left at this point?"
Probably, maybe just
Okay.
like as they're
As
getting
they're
up
leaving.
and
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, she'll say, "Oh no, we weren't created by Strahd, dear." Let's see. Does she want to give any more information?
If Ava notices Jasper standing by or staying behind to ask these questions, I think she's gonna stay kind of off to the side of like the tent entrance, like
Oh,
try
gotcha.
to
Okay. Yeah, sounds
not be
good.
noticed, but just eavesdrop.
Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, she'll just say, "Oh, Strahd didn't create us, dear."
Okay, and from which to which, what kind of protection spells does he have here? Was this like just a village that existed somewhere, and Strahd just kind of
Everything.
trapped everyone?
Yeah, she'll tell you protection magic. Everything you see around you is Strahd's domain. Have you tried leaving through the fog yet? Have you figured out what happens? She'll chuckle a bit and she'll say, "Yeah, everything in this realm is under Strahd's control. For heck's sake, even the sun doesn't come out of fear for Strahd."
Interesting. Well, that was entirely unhelpful. Thank you for your time.
and she's just gonna turn around and leave.
Okay, yeah. Ava's just gonna like put her hands together and kind of just chuckle as you leave.
Yeah, and
Very
then
nice.
as Jasper's leaving, Allie's gonna wave to get her attention as she leaves, and then walk just a few feet away from the tent and away from the entrance. Be like, I think now is a good time to try what you were thinking of.
Oh, I see. Well, right away.
And she pulls out her little book. She's gonna cast detect magic, I guess, to see if it's an alter self spell or like some disguise self spell, or if there's anything going on here.
Are you cast? What are you casting this on?
I guess I'm casting this.
It's a self spell. You just, in a radius of 30 feet, you can detect any magic.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, you detect a ton of magic coming from Madame Ava's tent. It's nothing evil or good. It's just lots of like divination magic, basically.
Okay. Is there anything like I guess like transmutation or any like
Enchantment.
Specifically, illusion.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. You're trying to see if like she's disguising herself in some way.
Yes.
Gotcha. No, you don't detect any kind of like illusions or anything like that. No, she doesn't seem to be like altering her appearance magically in any way.
Okay.
And nothing else in our surroundings. The only magic is coming from the tent.
Yeah, so you guys are kind of like out in like an open field next to the side of the road. You're a little ways away from the town, maybe like 100 feet or so. Like you're far enough away that the tent is basically the only thing close enough.
Right.
Okay, I guess she'll just communicate like,
Well, a lot of readers use divination magic. That's nothing new. There's no illusion magic though, which is kind of what I expected. I don't know what to tell you. She ain't him.
Right. And then Allie will look at Apollo and be like, and what did you sense off of her?
Nothing evil, but nothing good.
Interesting. I do believe she is related to the good god count of this fair land. It's interesting that she doesn't seem to share his predilections.
Yes. I was also expecting that to be a darker magic than it was.
Well, sounds like we can't do much about these objects or perhaps even Van Richten at this time. But now that we have a rough idea where we're going, we can at least gather more information and
I
perhaps
do find
follow.
it curious that there is a relic of light in Strahd's domain, in his brother's tomb, no less.
Oh, come now. You always got along with your family? Anyways, I'm not 100% sure that I believe everything that she says. So it wouldn't hurt for us to look into this a bit more before we jump on the gun, anyways.
Yeah, just think about it. Why would Strahd send us to her if she was going to tell us all those things?
Because he still thinks he can convince us one way or another to simply hand them over to him for safekeeping. Think about it. He wants to secure some of the most dangerous items to his existence and also at the same time perhaps secure items of incredible power that he can use for his own purposes.
But isn't it like you said? Why would his realm contain the thing that destroys him? You hear from inside the trench coat.
Maybe his realm, but it doesn't always mean it was his realm, or that there weren't interlopers in the past who sought to destroy him as fair William and Henry did.
I just find it a bit strange that there's a sorceress here who knows about all this and isn't really trying to either stop him or take his power either. I mean, in a situation like this, I wouldn't be content just with some divinatory readings for tourists.
Maybe they got a good deal.
Don't you
Allie just
guys-
shrugs and says, families are complicated.
There are 3 nods in a trench coat.
Apollo, you were saying?
I was just going to bring up that didn't you guys think that there was some relation between the reader and Strahd? And I don't know if, well, as you said, families are complicated. I don't know if they would turn on each other, or they might, but
Or perhaps she feels bad taking a more active hand in such a thing. Either way, she seemed unwilling to expound upon it, so we will perhaps have to ask around to start.
Well, if Strahd takes such a keen interest in Irene, maybe she knows a little bit more about him too.
yes.
No
we should
harm in
head to
chatting
the-
with her before we do anything.
We should head to that estate, find out what's going on there.
Very nice. All right, does the group? Yeah, I guess are you guys gonna head over there now?
Yep.
Sure.
I would
Okay,
think so.
here we go.
As we're heading along, does Timothy is literally wearing a trench coat, right? And
I would imagine so.
More specifically, it's a long leather trench coat with a little bit of fuzz on the cuffs and that, and he's got a hat of disguise, which is sort of like a wide brimmed hat, sort of like a wide brimmed kind of desperado cowboy kind of hat. Yeah.
gotcha.
Amazing.
Very nice.
And but his trench coat does have like pockets, right?
Oh yeah. Nice big deep pockets on the outside and 2 inside side pockets where he normally stores his effects on the inside.
Right. So the big pockets, Allie's going to try to slip a letter, a response to Timothy's letter from overnight, into his pocket without him noticing.
Go ahead.
give me a. Would that be a dexterity or would that be a stealth?
Light a hand.
Probably sleight
Sleight
of
of
hand.
hand?
Yeah.
Sleight of hand. Sorry. Yeah, go for it.
All right.
And perception, I suppose, to see it.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
All right.
All right.
I'll let you know when he finds it.
Right. Sounds good.
Amazing. Well done. All right, so you guys make it back to the village center, and you guys want to head over to the Burgomaster mansion. So let's do that. Oh God, why is this image so amazing? We're in widescreen mode today. All right. So you follow the signs in the town to the Burgomaster mansion. You come across this big estate, very gloomy, and you come across a gate. At the gate there is, and let me pull up my notes real quick for this section. So you come up to the gate, and there are people kind of going in and out on their own. There are guards all over the place, but there's one guard in the front that seems to be kind of like there to greet people as they come to the estate.
When you see people going in and out, does it look like it's like a party or?
Yeah, great question. So the people that are going in and out, they seem to be just like townsfolks that are bringing in like supplies. They're probably like servants of the household. Additionally, there's one person who's being brought in by guards. They're in handcuffs, and you see this handcuffed person kind of go past you as you approach the estate.
Okay, so the prisoner's heading out.
Heading into the estate.
Okay.
What was Burgomaster's title?
He's a baron. Baron. He goes by the Baron. Yeah.
Okay.
You can ask for his name later.
So there's one guard at the gate.
So you can see that there's guards beyond the gate as well, kind of just like
Right.
patrolling around.
There's
There's one guard at the front.
at the gate,
Sure.
and I say, "We are here to speak to Baron Burgomaster."
And he says, "Okay, let me take you right in." And he takes your group, or he looks at you. He points to the rest of them. He says, "Are they with you?"
For now.
For,
Yeah.
he looks a little suspicious at you. What do you mean for now?
We are traveling as a group for now.
You know what? Fair enough. I won't pry. Okay. And he says, he looks to the other guards around him. He says, these gentlemen have business with the Baron. I will take them to the front door. And he escorts
How
your
my
group.
looks have withered.
What's that?
Allie's female.
Oh, sorry.
You referred to us all as gentlemen.
Oh, I'm sorry. These kind folks. I'm sorry. Thank you for correcting me there.
You're good. I thought it was a good time to say something shitty. Is all.
That's right. So he takes you through the courtyard and he says, "My name's Anton. I'm kind of the front door man, if you will. If you have any questions as we make our way across the courtyard, just let me know." And you guys start walking through the front courtyard towards the front door. If you want to ask any quick questions, you can, but you guys are quickly making your way to the door.
Are there any like other like bits of dialogue or like people or characters that we pass by within the house? Do we see that cuffed guy again as well?
Yeah, so you haven't made it into the house yet. You're going from the front gate to the front door. You do see the guy in handcuffs go around the corner of the building, and he kind of goes out of sight. And the servants I mentioned before, they're kind of just either like meandering around, kind of doing like household chores, or like bringing supplies from one place to another.
What's going on with the prisoner? What does it look like? Does he?
Do you want to ask the guard what's going on with that?
I guess first, like, does the guy like look beat up? Does he look super dejected?
He looks really unhappy. In fact, he looks like one of the villagers you've seen before, in the sense that he just doesn't look like he has like any emotion. He's kind of just looks particularly sad, I guess, compared to those that you've seen before. If you want to ask the guard about it, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask Anton.
Yes, what is it?
Nod over towards the prisoner. Feel like, what's going on with him?
Oh, him. Well, you see, and let me just check for the exact phrasing on this. He, let's see, there's a prisoner. Where the hell are my notes? Well, basically, you see, the Baron, you see, he has this policy of, what's his catchphrase? All will be well. Yes, that's it. I remembered it this time. You see, that guy was a little too sad, if you will, and it brings the general mood down. So we had to kind of take him away for a bit. But that's his crime. He was bringing the mood down a bit too much for the Baron's liking.
Gee, that seems so hard to do here.
At that, the guard kind of chuckles and he's like, I know what you mean. It's hard with all these husks. And he uses the word husks and kind of emphasizes that.
Husks. Is that what you call the village folk?
Only some of them. They're easy to tell apart, that's for sure.
So the ones that are especially emotionless are who you're referring to.
Yes, although I'm not really supposed to talk about them. Promise you won't tell the Baron I said that?
My lips are sealed.
Thank you. I owe you one, friend.
How long have you been working for the Baron?
Let's see. He looks at you and he says, "Oh, gee, time. It's hard to tell. At least, at least a decade or two. This man's probably in his like early 30s.
A long time to be slipping up in front of unknown guests.
Let's see. Yeah. He says, yeah, I've always been a bit of the forgetful type. I just can't help it. Sometimes things just slip my mouth."
Yes.
We're new to the area. Is there anything we need to know about the Baron other than he likes joyfulness in his presence?
Yes, absolutely. So the Baron, he has these two giant pet dogs that follow him around. Well, I guess you could say three if you include Isaac. And he kind of chuckles to himself, but doesn't elaborate. And he says, "Yes, just be very careful what you say to the Baron. He has a very brittle ego, and he will lash out at anyone who pokes fun at him or slights him in any way."
Hallie's gonna lean into Apollo and be like, if he were my guard, I would have thrown him in a well by now.
Hush, this is great. This is amazing information.
Oh, no doubt.
Anton hears you like whispering to each other. And he's like, "Oh, what's that?"
Nothing, Anton.
Just
Okay.
remarking how it must be rare for you to entertain other noble guests.
Oh, you have no idea. This is a rare treat having outsiders.
When's the last time you heard of outsiders coming?
Oh, Lord Strahd brings them, and then he catches himself, and he says, "Never mind." And at that, you reach the front door, and he opens the front door for you, and he says, "Come in right this way, please." And yes, go ahead.
May we do some insight on
Go
the
for it.
whole, like him skipping out on that whole detail about Strahd bringing X?
Yeah.
Go for it. Give me an insight check.
Just saying.
I'm going to roll deception to counter it. You rolled a 7.
Oh, you're doing that, huh?
All right.
Okay, that's actually a 12 because I
Okay.
have a feature ear for deceit. So any roll of less than a 7 is an 8, so it's actually a 13.
A 13. Okay, that's
Dang.
actually a 13 then?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. By the way,
Nice.
before I forget, for Timothy, you have 3 advantage rolls that you can use whenever you choose to. That was from you being inspired from our previous session. You can choose when to use those.
Oh,
Just wanted to remind you of that.
good call.
I
had no
just
idea.
remembered that. Yeah, I gave you 3 advantages.
Okay, hold on.
Might want to save them, but you could also use them here if you'd like.
No, I just need to write that down somewhere. That
Yeah.
sounds really important to you.
Sounds good. All right. So for those of you who rolled, Apollo, you rolled a 19 for insight.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So the Apollo is the only one who passed on that. And let's see what you can tell that he was hiding something. What exactly are you looking for?
We're looking for, I guess, we know he's lying. So that's a good question.
Okay.
Because like we're at the door, he cut off. We know he's hiding something about Strahd bringing in people from the outside.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, he's definitely hiding something. That's pretty obvious. I will give you this because you rolled so high. I will say you can tell that Anton is very much loose-lipped, and that if you came back later, you could probably get some more info out of him if you wanted.
Okay, that's good enough.
Yeah.
Can I also say that, like, as we're walking up, I'm just kind of taking a look around and like
Yeah,
getting a
absolutely.
feel of like the estate
Yeah.
and like its general layout.
Yeah, I'm. Let's see. I'm going to say that you all are kind of just glancing around as well. If you just want to kind of just take a peek and see what's going on. Was there anything in particular that anyone was looking for, or trying to keep an eye out for?
I think I am trying to keep an eye out either for the prisoner or
Okay.
other people who resemble husks.
Sure. Okay. So yeah, as you're going through the courtyard, basically it's just a lot of like servant people kind of just doing their like household chores. There are a lot of guards. You see at least 6 in the front yard, including Anton. So Anton and 5 others. They're kind of all just patrolling around. They seem to have very set routes as well. It seems very methodical. They are armed. They have armor and swords.
What does their disposition look like? Is it like a stark contrast between the villagers?
Gotcha. That's a good question. They all they do not look like husks. They yeah, they are not husks. I'll tell you that.
But are they like unusually happy and cheery
No,
in a way that would be like
no,
weird? Okay.
no. They're
Excessively belligerent.
not excessively belligerent. They're very much just doing their job. They're kind of on alert, but that's about it. Yeah, they're just kind of on lookout, just patrolling, just normal guard stuff, basically. Um, Brian, was there anything in particular that you were looking for?
Again, just general layout, like
Sure.
I guess any sorts of like trees or cover leading up to the house, entrances, exits, maybe windows that would be easy to get into.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a great question. So the main entrance was the gate you walked through. The only door you see on the front of the building is the main door that you're heading towards. You can see that I guess the house is like in the middle of like an estate, so you could go around the building to the backside, basically, like it goes all the way around. Let's see. It is a two-story building, and it looks like it would be difficult to climb up the side, but you do see vines that potentially could hold a person up. But it's very much on the front side, and you would be spotted pretty quickly. And yeah, of note, there are quite a few guards in the front of the house, at least. Yeah. Cool. Anyone else want to chip in anything before we move on?
Not until we get inside the house.
Sweet, sounds good. Okay, so then you make it to the front door. Anton has just cut himself off, realizing he was about to say something he definitely shouldn't have, related to Strahd, something about bringing people in. And at the front door, Anton says...
I guess
Yeah,
as
go ahead.
he makes that comment too, I'll just pipe in when he cuts himself off,
Yeah.
like us, and just look at him.
He's gonna just like look down at the ground, and he very much knows he shouldn't say anything more right now.
Ooh.
Very nice. You guys are doing great. He opens the front door, and he kind of like he does like a gesture to bring like one of the maids over, basically. And he says to your group, he says, "This is Serena." And he looks to her and he says, "Just go bring him to like the parlor. Have them sit down and tell the Baron that he has some visitors who wish to speak with him." Yeah, she will take you into the front door. And let me just take a quick look at our other pages. Cool. Yeah, she's going to take you inside and sit you down in the study.
As we're walking through the inside of the mansion,
I
Fee
was
at the
going on
bottom.
with that door.
What's that?
What?
That door. It's got
Which door?
hands.
It
Oh,
does
does
have
it?
hands.
I'm going to
Oh.
just... Nobody look at that. I didn't see that. Shh, that's not part of the lore. That's not part of the lore.
Okay.
This is the best image I could find. It's really
Just
nice.
ignore them.
Just ignore the
Don't worry
hands
about
coming
the
through the door.
hands.
We all do.
Pay no attention to the hands in the door.
Beautiful, perfect. Thank you. That's great. Yeah, so you were led by Serena into the study, and there's basically a couch and some chairs kind of all circled around this central location. There's more than one chair. It's make-believe. Let's go with it.
Yeah.
Yes. And
Timothy was
yeah, go ahead.
doing something.
Upon entering,
Yes.
Fee at the bottom is specifically going to be tracking like steps, direction, and
Oh, nice.
the
Ooh.
carpet type that is there, so we can bring it up in discussion later.
Oh, very nice. Okay, so let me describe the inside of the manor on your way to the study then.
But only
so
the carpet, please. No, I'm kidding. Go.
only the carpet. You enter the mansion. You are in this giant like entry hallway. Across from you, like in front of you, on the back wall, there's this grand double staircase that leads to the upstairs portion of the manor. There are some doors along the sides. They're all closed. You can't really tell where they go. But Serena pulls you to the right and takes you into what is basically this den or study kind of area. And she tells you to all have a seat while she goes to fetch the Baron. Okay, you all have a seat. I'm gonna just go ahead and say.
Thea will be in the corner, sort of mapping out the room.
Sure.
Or specifically, Thea is like going to be sort of shuffling around.
Okay, sounds good. So you're all, each of you describe to me. Do you sit? Do you stand somewhere? Where is each of you gonna be?
I'm gonna take a seat in a chair,
Okay.
Yeah, it's been entirely too much walking for Allie this morning.
and
Fair.
I'm gonna lean over to Allie and go, not even like questioning why we were here. It's just immediately spilling his guts.
I know. Oh, he's going to be such a wonderful source of information.
Not a great guard though.
Oh, heavens no. Like I said, immediately down a well.
Oh, I can't. I
Yeah,
can't
do
wait
we
for
do we notice Timothy like kind of pacing around, checking things out?
Oh yeah, he's kind of just wandering around. You can see him. He's nearby. It's not a
Okay,
huge room, but yeah.
I'm gonna wave at him and be like, "Take a seat, dear. You'll be more nonchalant that way."
A swift stop, which results in like a classic weird toppling tower Pisa effect. It's
Uh-huh.
like wow. He like bounces back and then rotates unnaturally towards you and says, we never thought of that. And he shuffles over to a place to sit and sort of curls down again with the weird half torso sit because of the way that they have to position themselves.
Amazing. Jasper, what do you do?
I think I am just looking around. Do I manage to hear the comments between Alessandra at all, or no?
Are you
Apollo?
particularly? Are you close to them? Are you like trying to listen
Yeah, I'm
in?
just like also sitting at the table.
Sure. Is Alessandra and Paula, are you trying to hide this information from each other, or
Just from the
Sure, yeah.
guards and the
Gotcha.
servants, like
Yeah,
asking what
we're-
the making here, but
yeah,
Yeah.
the only guards were in the entry hall, so there aren't any guards like super close. So yeah, you guys can all kind of like talk in a low voice to each other, and you'll be fine.
How I guess how long did the reading take, and then like the walk up to the manor?
That's a great question. Let's see, what time was it when we left the tavern? Did I say it was like noonish?
you don't know.
It
all
was
dark.
noonish because
I think we woke up a little before noon or something.
yeah,
like
you
that.
all woke up really
Yeah.
late because there was no sun. Yeah, so okay. So yeah, you guys, I'll say you left the tavern at like 10 o'clock or something, like late morning. And you did your reading maybe around like 11, and right now it's probably like 1 o'clock.
Okay.
Yeah, so you've been walking around a bit, but it hasn't been super long, just a few hours.
All right. Yeah, just trying to see if
Yeah,
detect
sure.
good and evil or detect magic are still up.
Oh, no,
Gotcha.
they-
No, probably not.
I don't know,
Cool.
but are we alone in this room?
Yes, the Serena, the maid, has left your presence. She said she was going to go retrieve the Baron.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of look at Apollo and Jasper and be like, should we get a reading of this room?
I was going to wait until we were in the presence of the Baron and possibly his daughter.
Right. Yeah, Allie's gonna nod and be like, that does make some sense. You do seem to be able to cover up those casts pretty well as prayers.
Jasper's going to say, I would love to examine a husk. Well, usually when people notice that a lot of people have similar symptoms, my first thought is, of course, an illness. I would be curious if in a land of vampires they could perhaps be some of Strahd's victims, perhaps. Not entirely sure, but just a working theory.
There
Oh,
are
I
some
have-
at the tavern. Or there were when we
just-
first got here.
Yeah,
I
I
just
guess.
like a glance at the neck, I guess.
Do we know anything about husks? Like, have any of us heard that name before? Maybe.
You haven't heard the name Husk before. That's definitely a thing unique to like Barovia.
Right.
If you, yeah, you're definitely welcome to ask around and try to learn more about them. You can definitely find more stuff out if you're
Yeah,
curious.
I'm just assuming that's what they were when I made the tavern brighter and they all hissed and left.
Right.
Yeah, that's fair.
That's fair.
Yeah. But yeah, so Allie will just respond to Jasper and be like, "Well, it seems like you might have a test subject here on site. Maybe the Baron will be good enough to let you examine him."
Wonderful. I have all of my tools.
And she just like in her jacket, there's like scalpels and a bunch of like random little things.
Do you take these out?
No, I guess I just quickly show like Alessandro by just like pulling
Okay,
the
gotcha.
lapel open a
Okay.
little bit.
Okay, you're good then. Okay.
My God, not even the Tower of Inquisition has that much steel.
Oof. Oof.
Oh, well, it's very fun. I have a variety of clients, you see. But it would be quite fun to experiment a little bit here today.
As you're all talking, you start hearing some voices growing louder and louder. You start to hear some footsteps, and around the corner comes the Baron and a medium-sized entourage. He is always accompanied by his two dogs, and they are these just giant puppers, one on each side of him. And this is what the Baron looks like. This man is a gruff man. Comes around the corner, and with him, as well as the dogs, is a hunched over kind of man. And the maid didn't come back. She went off somewhere else. But yeah, it's the Baron, this man, and some dogs. And one guard is with him as well. And he comes in and he says, you must be my guests. How can I help you today?
I stand up and I bow slightly and I said, Good evening, Baron. We are envoys from Lord Strahd. We actually, Lord Strahd has taken notice of your daughter, interestingly enough. Would it be possible for her to join us?
At the name Strahd, the Baron immediately says, "You work for Strahd? Are you?"
Or is a strong turn of phrase.
Let's see. So you also told him that Strahd wants his daughter. So he says, "Are you spies with Strahd? Well, I know he's been after my daughter for a while now. What are you doing here?" And he's getting a bit angry.
I apologize for any discomfort our presence has given you.
Allie will kind of step in and just be like, a, a, a misquote, my good sir. I am the lady Alessandra Brighton. This is Apollo Andar of the Andar Consortium. We merely wish to enjoy your hospitality and that of your daughter, and get to know you a bit better, since it seems like we'll be stuck here for a while.
The Baron looks at you very suspiciously. He kind of collects himself a bit. He realizes he got a little upset, a little worked up. But he says, anyone who's working for Strahd is not welcome here. My daughter is very safe. I have her under lock and key. She's well looked after. Lord Strahd will not be getting to her again.
I'd just
Again.
like to note that during this exchange, I have
Yeah.
crawled on the floor towards the dogos, and I'm incredibly focused on them exclusively.
I would also like to note in anti-parallel or in perpendicular to that, the moment dogs came into the room, Mo and Thea curled up in a ball up near Tim to hide
Amazing.
from the dogs because they are
Amazing.
afraid of dogs.
Let's see. The dog closest to Jasper kind of looks at you, and he looks happy. He's got like a smile on his face. He's a happy pupper. The one that's closest to Timothy is kind of looking at the trench coat and the hat and kind of like sniffing the air kind of curiously.
Just very quietly, she's going, hello, little baby. Hi. Just, yeah.
Apollo's
Amazing.
gonna speak to the Baron again. He's gonna say, there's been a misunderstanding here, sir. We were under the impression that Strahd was omnipotent. Is that the right word?
Some would call him omnipotent, I suppose.
So can he hear us speaking right now?
Ha! He wishes, not in my manner.
Okay. Then pleasantries aside, or not pleasantries.
Well, how have you
Pretense
verified?
aside, we were forced by Strahd's will to come here. We're just trying to figure out why. If we can help protect your daughter, that is what we want as well. We don't want Strahd to get her. But I didn't want to say anything if Strahd could hear us.
So you were sent by Strahd.
I mean,
I don't
yeah,
like
but
that.
like not by our own will.
Yes, he did murder 2 fellows we visited his castle with, so
And
there's
then
no
threatened to
guarantee.
murder us. So
Ah,
like in
yes.
no small terms.
He does that, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. If you
Uh,
have any way to defend yourself against him, we would love to find that information as well.
I wish I had a way to defend myself against that man.
Well, clearly you do if you can protect yourself from his omnipotence.
I wish it was that simple. He simply can't enter my estate uninvited. I can't leave, you see. I'm
Well, now
trapped
we're
in
getting
my own.
conflicting information.
Are there any other estates that do not belong to Strahd in this realm?
None that I know of.
And you have verified this claim?
No, I haven't left my estate in God knows how long. I have Irina locked away to protect her from him. You see, he's attempted to take her away before.
By luring her outside?
Second. Y'all are too smart. Let's see.
Or if a servant invited him in.
No.
The guard doesn't seem to be that.
It's
question-
Irina, you see. She seems to fancy him or something. She invited him in here herself. Twice, in fact. The crazy girl. I had to lock her away for this.
And yet he still can't enter this estate.
She's locked away, remember? Let's see.
So where can Strahd enter?
Wherever he damn well pleases, just not here.
The house or the gate? Mo pipes up from the middle.
The house. He's been inside our yard, or in the garden before. That's how he communicates with Irina.
So if she is trying to communicate him and invite him in, does she wish to stay here?
He keeps trying to leave. I don't understand this foolish girl. She keeps trying to escape every time I lock her away. It's gotten so bad that I've just permanently left her in there and put a guard at her door.
Reminds
think
me of my last campaign. Do you mind if we speak to the girl? Perhaps we can figure out something that's might be affecting her. Jasper here is an accomplished doctor in her own land.
Yes,
And
hello.
Timothy have the experience of 3 people when it comes to interacting with other individuals.
I promise we can talk some sense into her.
And I cast light, I guess, on my emblem pendant thing hanging around my neck. And I say, and maybe I can convince her to see the light instead of wanting to go after Strahd.
And Lord
Yo.
Andar rarely needs an introduction to his own prowess, provides an adequate one himself.
As you're all trying to convince him that he should let you go see Irina, he gets very angry at this and he says, "See Irina? Of course not. You've practically told me you work for Strahd. I won't have this." Yeah, and he starts getting very worked up.
What are we going to do? Fight off your whole estate worth of guards by
And
ourselves?
I again point out my emblem. Would a cleric of light really willingly work for Strahd?
The Baron's like thinking this over, trying to. The gears are turning in his head. I suppose not, but I don't know. You just don't know who you can trust in these lands. Uh, hmm.
Well, we're not husks, are we? I mean, that perhaps helps.
Of course,
No.
you're not husks, silly. What are you, a doctor?
I did mention that she was.
You're the doctor. Okay, I see.
Indeed. And how exactly do you define husks?
Oh, nobody's told you that yet? Oh, they're the soulless beings of this realm. They're people who were born without souls. You see, it's not just the people who can't leave this realm, it's the souls too. When people die, their souls are trapped here, and they move on to the newest person born. So only about 1 in 10 people in this realm are actually not husks.
So they're undead. Interesting.
They wish. No, they're alive, very much so. They just don't have a soul. No personality about them either.
I see. Huh.
They're a husk, if you will. I think the name is pretty apt. So, what is it you think you can convince my daughter of?
To stop inviting Strahd in.
Oh, I'm not here to convince her to do anything, just to figure out what the hell is going on.
And the Baron is thinking about this, and he says, I guess I could maybe let you talk to her, but only briefly. What did you say your aim was? You want to just convince her to stay?
Maybe not to
Believe-
stay, but maybe not worship Strahd.
Oh, she certainly doesn't worship Strahd. She's just fascinated by him.
Is there a difference?
That's a fair question. I don't know.
As a once young lady myself, let me tell you, there is very little difference.
All right, fine, but don't try anything, okay? And he says, "Yeah, I'll let you speak to my daughter, okay? But if she so much as leaves that room, there'll be hell to pay."
Wonderful. Let's see the patient.
And she just like gets all of her like her little goggles on and her little gloves.
Allie's gonna look out the window and be like, "I've seen hell. It's not that impressive."
I flag the Baron down and ask one more favor. After we speak to your daughter, if you wouldn't mind letting us use this study for an hour. If this is the only place Strahd can't hear, I would like to converse with my compatriots here without him eavesdropping on us.
If you do as I've asked, then I'll allow it.
I appreciate you.
Actually, I do have one favor I'd like to ask. I have a couple of associates staying at Diavola's Inn down the road. If you could send a servant to fetch them to join us in the study for that time period, it would be much appreciated.
To this, he's going to say, "What am I, your errand boys?"
No, but I thought we could at least be collaborators.
I see. Let's see. Okay, sure.
Given us too good a reward, Nicholas. This is too tantalizing. The one place in town Strahd can't hear.
I see. Yeah, he'll gesture to a nearby servant. He'll say, "Run down to the tavern and fetch." Who did you say it was? And he'll ask you that. How do they know who
Sure.
they're looking for?
Yeah, I'll give their description and the names they're using here, and I'll also give them like the phrase that will let them know that this person is speaking the truth and that they should follow their instructions for the
Okay.
time being.
Sounds good. Yeah, the servant will take the note and run out the front door. Okay. The Baron will say, "All right, you may speak with my daughter, but don't try anything funny." And he'll point to the guard that followed him in, and he'll say, "Please escort them up to Irina's room." And yeah, do you guys want to get up and follow him? He'll gesture for you to follow him.
Yeah, absolutely.
As we're following this guy, I'm gonna ask the guard, "Are you friends with Anton?"
Oh, that fool! He's kind of the joke around here, the joke guard around here. We have him on front door duty. That job's a joke.
Yes, greeting the guests that come to your house is beneath everybody's notice for sure. And
Mhm.
just spend the rest of the time following them.
Okay. I don't speak up.
Sounds good. Let's
Timothy,
see.
by the way, did not get up from his chair when beckoned by everyone.
Okay. Uh, interesting. The
He appears
Baron's
to be
gonna.
lost in thought.
Okay, the Baron's gonna look to you and he's gonna say, "You're not gonna follow your friends there."
Quickly, sort of reforming, he perks up and says, "Oh, yeah, just of course." And he begins swiftly shuffling after his friends.
Okay, cool. All right, so the guard will lead you up the stairs, and give me 1 second. All right. Um, Give me 1 second. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so the guard takes you upstairs, and he takes you to this room. The guard is. Oops, you can't see him. There we go. The guard leads you to this room, and he says, "Irina's in this room behind me. I'm gonna wait out here while you talk to her." And you can't see Irina either. Cool. There we go. Cool. So yeah, you guys enter this room, and yeah, the guard's outside. Yep, working on it. Yeah, so Irina's in this room, and she comes out to talk to you.
Hello, miss. Before we get started, has your vision been feeling blurry within the past 2 weeks?
Perhaps before we get to that part, some introductions.
She's gonna look at you guys very confused, or at the group very confused, and say, "Who are you? My condition? What condition?"
Yes, Jasper. Introductions first, generally.
Ah,
Uh,
right.
I am Lady Alessandra Bryden. With me are Jasper, a very well-renowned doctor where she's from, Apollo Endar of the Endar Consortium, and Timothy, a solid adventuring companion. We are here, um, I suppose, somewhat at the request of your father and somewhat at the request of Count Strahd. We'd like to introduce ourselves and get to know you a little.
At the hearing of her father's name, she has this like look of disgust, and she's, "Oh, my father, it's so meddlesome." And then yeah, at the sound of Strahd's name, she cheers up quite a bit. She sounds quite happy.
Right. When she's talking about our father, I'll say yes, but generally they do have our best intentions at heart. However misguided that might be, and
She
she'll
laughs
look
at
at
that
the locked
immediately.
door.
She laughs. She's just like, "Ha, best intentions."
So, as invasive as this might seem at this time, would you allow Jasper to perhaps give you a cursory examination?
And
We were told that it's been some time since you've had a proper checkup, and your
he,
father's worried about your health.
you think you believe the words of my father? You think he's worried about me? He just wants me locked up here. What do
Oh,
you
I
need to
believe the
inspect me
words of
for?
no one.
Good. That'll get you far around here.
And everywhere I found. But nonetheless, we would still like to be good guests to your father. And well, even Strahd has his own, I guess, concerns for your well-being, I suppose. So we would like just to get a sense of how you are.
How I am? I've been locked here against my will at the behest of my father. Are you here to rescue me or not?
That's a supposition. Allie doesn't really know what else to say, so she looks
Before
around.
we get to the rescuing part, if you could take a seat, have you been given any kind of strange drinks or food by Strahd that had strong effects on your mood, perhaps? And she's just walking around the room. She's like, okay, no hex bags. That's good. Just keeps going.
Yeah, she's gonna say, "Oh, Strahd, isn't he wonderful? He brings me the most wonderful foods and the most wonderful drinks. Oh, they're all amazing. I love them."
I see. Have any of them had perhaps a taste that would not typically be associated to that kind of food?
No, of course not. Who do you think Strahd is? He brings only the finest food and drinks.
I see. And with thaumaturgy, she's gonna like basically see if she can get a candle or something and make it brighter. Just like hold it against her eyes a little bit. She's like, okay, pupils seem normal. Perhaps not a love spell. That's good.
Irina's gonna kind of like look at you a little weirdly and maybe take a step back while you're trying to examine her.
Did you perhaps have any moments where you hated Strahd previously and felt a sudden change of heart?
Of course not. He's been trying to rescue me this whole time. As I said, I've been locked away here against my will. He's the only one working to save me. Aren't you listening?
This whole time since you were a little child?
Strahd's had his eyes on me for quite some time, but I mean, I've never been upset about that. I think it's my father. He just can't stand seeing his daughter happy.
I'm gonna cast detect evil and good in the room.
Okay, sure. You detect. You don't detect any evil, that's for sure. You detect. Does this work on like understanding a person's like alignment?
You know if there's an aberration, celestial, elemental, fae, fiend, or
gotcha.
undead within 30 feet.
Oh,
As
gotcha,
well as where
gotcha.
the creature is located. Similarly, you know if there is a place or object within 30 feet of you that has been magically consecrated
Gotcha.
or desecrated.
Gotcha. Okay. Yes. So then, no, there's no like evil beings or anything like that. You do detect a magical kind of lock on the door to Irina's room, or yeah, it's been locked and with a little
So
extra steps.
up here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I check her neck?
Yeah, sure.
I'll just push her hair. Just get right in there.
Yeah, she's gonna look at you really strange, be like, "What is?" She's gonna look to Timothy and say, "What's wrong with this one? Why does she keep touching me?"
Timothy will step forward and say, it's best not to question a professional. They know what they're doing better than anyone else.
Professional. Okay. Yeah. What can I help you, ma'am? What are you doing? What do you need?
Do not worry. This is just a very normal examination here.
She's gonna like basically because she's like checking her neck, so she's gonna like go around her back, look over to the rest of the group, and just mouth like, "Not a love spell." And like mouth it without actually saying anything.
Gotcha. While you were looking at the neck, were you looking for like bite marks or anything?
Yes.
You do not find bite marks.
Okay.
During this examination, Timothy will try and distract her to try and like keep her occupied, and he asks
Irina,
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And he asks, so what is it that you like about Strahd and hate about your father that makes you want to leave so bad?
That's a great question. Well, Strahd is nice to me, and my father is not. Yeah, my father's had me locked away here for quite some time. I keep telling him I don't want to be here, but he keeps trapping me here, and it's not great, I'll tell you.
Has this happened with any of your other boyfriends?
Other boyfriends? No, Strahd's the only man I've ever wanted.
And you've lived here your whole life, yeah?
Yes, I have. I've been out to see him only twice in my life. Those were very happy days.
Ellie is trying to observe her like mannerisms and like facial features and speech to see if like she actually feels this way or if there's something else that's going on.
Give me an insight check.
Can I also do an insight check since I'm like looking for love spell stuff? Cool.
Go for it.
24.
You're so
I need it, I guess.
Amazing. Yeah, you sorry, what were you looking for?
Just to gauge if her behavior is like off, if she really is just like
Gotcha.
some
Um,
like teenage girl that doesn't
yeah.
know any better, or if
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, she's not under any kind of spell as far as you can tell, or it. This all seems very genuine. If anything, you just pick up that like maybe she's a bit naive because she's a bit young. But yeah, this is all very genuine.
all right. And then after I kind of make that determination, I'm otherwise just kind of looking around the room, getting a sense of like what she has in here. Maybe try to get some more ideas about her personality or interests.
Let's see. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Timothy was going to kind of continue questioning, but I'll
Yep.
wait for the.
Sure. Yeah, I'll do the. I'll tell you what's around you. So in the room, it's let's see. It's a fancy room. I mean, this is a wealthy family. So she has like a nice bed, nice furniture. She's got as far as like entertainment, she's got like some dolls that she probably had from when she was younger that she just still has. There's nothing like super remarkable. It's just kind of like a young woman's room. Yeah, it seems fairly ordinary minus the locks on the doors and windows. It's almost comical. Like there's like locks for days, like bolts and deadbolts and whatnot. But yeah, other than that, it seems like a pretty normal room.
Okay.
How old
Alright.
is she?
Let's go with 18.
Hmm.
Just to keep everything safe.
I'm not sure that keeps everything safe, but I think that's part of the point.
Sure.
All right, Miss Burgomaster, do you have any current or future plans of undergoing the process of turning into a vampire yourself, or?
At this, she kind of blushes and she like looks down to her feet and kind of like wiggles uncomfortably, like yeah, she's smiling.
Of course, I only ask because it is always best to have safe practices. Of course, it is always
He's
good to be
just like, you
educated
gotta
on
be
these things.
shitting me.
Uh, uh, the guard's gonna knock on the door and be like, "You guys doing okay in there?"
Oh, we're fine.
Okay. And sorry, what was the last thing you asked?
I was just saying, like, it's just good to have safe practices when undergoing the process for vampirism.
What? Safe practices? I'm sorry.
Allie's gonna look at Apollo to see what kind of look he's got on his face.
Apollo wants to stop, but also doesn't want the guard to like burst in. So like wants to stop Jasper, but doesn't want to make a scene.
Oh, gotcha. The door's yeah. He's the guard's kind of doing his own thing.
Or we could practice vampirism abstinence and not do vampirism at all.
At this, Irina's gonna say, "Oh, you're one of those people."
Oh my god, I need to tell a playwright about this.
Amazing.
Timothy will try and continue his questioning, and he says, again, in his same sort of like lying, pretending to be just one person kind of way.
Sure.
I remember my first date with my now wife. I took her out to the lake and we fed the ducks grapes, and I spilled a lot of jam on myself. What was Strahd's first date for you? How did he first contact you?
Let's see. That's great.
He sounds like quite the gentleman. I mean, we've only seen one side of him.
Oh, my Strahd, he's got many sides. Many faces too. She like says jokingly to herself. He's a gentleman. Every time he's come to me, he's been incredibly kind. He's just he's been incredibly kind to me. He's always thinking of fun ways for us to spend times together. It's just my father that keeps us apart. That is, as I said, I've only been able to see him twice.
And you don't think any of these other strapping young men around the town are good suitors for you?
She.
He says, he says very jokingly.
Okay, jokingly. Gotcha.
From the middle of his trench coat.
She's gonna laugh at this and like point at you and say like, I like this one. Yeah, she also thinks it's incredibly comical to even consider any of the other husks in town.
There aren't only husks in town, though. What about any of these fine, strapping young guards you have around here?
Yeah, she's gonna say Strahd's just the only one who interests me at this point. So, anyways, are you guys? And she's gonna whisper. She's gonna say, are you guys here to rescue me or not? I feel like this is kind of an interrogation at this point.
It's both. We need to determine what the situation is before we can rescue you.
I've already told you the situation. I'm
Oh,
being
things
held
get
here.
complicated, you know.
Okay, well, let me know when you're ready to leave, and I'll help you figure out a plan. I do know this estate pretty well.
What's your current plan?
My current plan? Oh, shit. Um,
We
well,
can build off of what you have, so.
Sure. Okay. And
Inspiring.
you promise you won't laugh, right? I've been
No,
thinking
no.
about this. Okay. Please don't laugh. Okay. Well, the back garden is probably the best escape route. It's less guarded than the front yard. The front yard has so many guards. You see, the backyard has very few. But basically, we could either try sneaking past the guards, you see, or we could just kind of I don't know, maybe knock them out along the way. But yeah, we should just kind of make our way to the backyard. Or and this is gonna sound a little crazy, but if you guys are feeling really brave, one of you could pull out a knife and pretend to hold me hostage. And I'm pretty sure the guards wouldn't come after you if they saw that my life was in danger. So they would kind of keep their distance. But yeah, that's kind of what I've thought of. But if you guys have suggestions, I'm all ears. But yeah, definitely want to avoid the front yard. That's gonna be real dangerous.
You hear from the crotch of Timothy, and then a quick like turn around and shuffle to the corner, some quick whispering, and then he shuffles quickly back, and Timothy from the top says, well, we do kind of want to still use your father's estate for information transfer purposes, so holding a knife to your throat I don't think is in anyone's best interest.
You want to use my father's estate? Why would you want to do that?
Well, okay, these are some good ideas. We're gonna go down and do some prep
Simply
work of our
lovely.
own. Hang tight. We'll be right back.
Miss Irina, before we leave, we both have interests here. You have an interest to leave. We have an interest to know more about Strahd. Would you be willing to perhaps exchange some information about what you know of him?
Oh, I'll tell you all you need to know about Strahd, but first you got to get me out of here.
I see. Give us a moment to converse, please. And
Uh-huh. Okay.
It's gonna go into the corner.
I want to go back downstairs to the Baron.
Oh, downstairs. Okay. Are we going downstairs? Are we leaving?
Oh,
Tell me what you're gonna do before you do it.
Well, I guess we quietly converse amongst ourselves
Sure.
out of earshot of her.
Sure. Irina's
before
just
we
like
head
watching
down.
you very closely, trying to hear what she can.
yeah. And Allie is going to whisper very quietly. It's like, she doesn't seem ensorcelled to me, just an 18-year-old twit.
Yeah, darkness has seeped into her heart, and I don't think the Baron is gonna like what my suggestion is gonna be to take care of it.
Oh, almost certainly not, but probably better than the knife to the throat suggestion, for us at least.
Oh, if she can tell us about his weaknesses, I'd be kind of down for anything, really.
I don't think that's what she intends to tell us.
The girl's in love. You can't trust that.
Exactly.
Maybe there's an indirect way we can ask about his weaknesses.
I don't think she'll know them. She's met Strahd twice.
Know
Yes.
them. She is them. You hear from the middle.
Ah, very clever.
That is an interesting suggestion, yes.
All right, I have a suggestion. We could tell Strahd we have simply gone there to gather information and get a lay of the land. And then afterwards, we can come back for her and use her to threaten Strahd.
You
Hey.
hear some. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I'm okay with this idea. Do we want to continue this discussion in the Baron's study?
Yes, I believe that is
Elsewhere.
what we should do.
Elsewhere.
Yes.
Okay,
I
so
think
you
we
guys
have everything we can get from here right now.
All right, Miss Irina. We thank you for all the information. We just wanted to make sure this was within your desire. We will also gather a lay of the land just for our own information, and we will come back to rescue you very soon.
you're
Your
leaving?
ideas are great. We just need to tweak them for our purposes, and come up with an actual escape plan once we get out of the of the of the
You're
house.
You're just gonna leave me here like this?
For
Locked
now.
away?
For now. We're
Allie's
coming
going to
back.
hold up a hand and be like, I have associates that are on the way that are going to help us plan, but I can't meet them up here. So
Tell me your
for
plan. I
now,
want
be
to
patient.
know.
We haven't come up with it. That's why we need to go come up with a plan.
Timothy will step forward and say, and get really close and whisper to her, "My darling, your guard is right outside. You think his ear isn't pressed against this?"
Uh, she'll respond,
And
oh, okay, we're trying to be careful. Okay, well, yeah, sure, he's probably listening.
Timothy will nod and say, "Don't worry. You'll know when you need to know." And he'll go back to the group and sort of like, "Oh, was that good? Was that good?"
Guys, give him a thumbs up.
that was excellent. Shall we?
Yes.
And Allie will go and thump on the door to let the guard know we're ready.
Right? The guard is going to open the door. You guys are each going to step in the hallway.
Timothy will give an extraneous goodbye to her, using way too many words.
Okay, and so yeah, as you're waving to her, yeah, you exit the door. Yeah, you're all in the hallway. And behind you, Irina has followed you into the hallway with a giant book in her hands, and she smacks the guard in the head as hard as she can. And let me roll for this. Okay, she hits. Okay. And she hits him on the head really hard, and she says to the group, "We're leaving now." The guard took a bit of damage, and for the fun of this, I'm gonna say he got knocked out. It's a big book. All right, your
Can
move,
someone
team.
equip this book, please? We need this weapon to fight.
The guard
Allie's
slumps
gonna
to the
look at what
ground.
happened,
Yep.
and well, she's
Irina's
by
just
an
gonna say,
ally
"We're
now.
leaving. It's time. We're leaving." And the guard just like crumples to the floor, and yeah, she says, "We're
Jasper's
escaping."
just gonna cast thaumaturgy, make her eyes go black, and go, "What are you doing?"
You're making Irina's eyes go black?
My eyes. With
Oh, yours.
thaumaturgy.
Gotcha. Yeah.
She's
Okay.
like, "What are you doing?"
I told you we're escaping.
This is not
Allie-
the smart way
Allie's
to
gonna
go
take
about
her
this.
cane. Allie's gonna take her cane. She's gonna thump her right on the head.
Irina?
Yeah,
Nice.
just not to do damage, just to be like, what the hell?
Okay.
Just like, we are not fighting off your father's entire state worth of guards. Get back in your room and be patient.
Okay. Cool. Give me 1 second.
Timothy will sort of like block the hall and like beckon her back in as well.
As this kind of commotion and the sound of things happening is going on, another guard is actually going to turn the corner over here in the left, and he's going to start making his way over to investigate the noise.
I want to try and drag the guard's body like inside and see if one of us can just like wear his armor.
No.
I'll
Jasper,
allow
dear,
it.
please,
I'll allow it.
please stop.
I'll put it on. I'll put it all on. I will look like a guard. It'll
I-
be
No.
great.
No,
Irina
we're-
is going
look like
to
a
interrupt
guard.
you and
We're
say,
seriously
this,
not doing this.
Irina's going to look to Jasper and say, "I like the way you think," and she's going to
Wait,
help
wait.
take off the guard's armor.
For just a moment, Timothy
Yeah.
is going to walk in with Jasper and disguise himself. You cast disguise self with his hat of disguise self, and look like the guard. And he's going to look at Jasper and say, "If you think this is the best option, we take this option."
I think Jasper's just gonna cross arms and grumble. And I was like, "Well, what was my idea first?"
All right, so you've dragged the guard inside and you've taken his clothes. Is
Guess who did
is that
it
correct?
better.
All right,
Okay.
so Timothy and Jasper are now both disguised as guards.
So
No, I'll put
specifically,
it down once he disguises himself. I'll be like, fine, and just like put the helmet down and be like, all right, you did it better.
Timothy will. So Tim, Mo, and Thea are holding different parts of armor, and they're kind of like half open trench coat away from Irina to like not give away his cover, of course.
Mhm.
And he's going to be sort of like confused, like, do I put on this armor? Do I not? And he's kind of looking outside mainly to Apollo and Alessandra for like, do we need this? Like,
You're asking Irina if you need the disguise?
he's given 3 desperate looks over in that direction. Like,
Oh,
what do
gotcha.
I do?
Allie
I-
is rubbing her temples and trying to look at Pandar.
Irina's gonna look at Timothy and kind of nod, like with thumbs up, like, yeah, this is great. This is great.
We're not ready for you to escape. Can you please just let us come up with a plan?
Irina's gonna
doing
look.
this-
Irina's gonna look to Apollo, be like, look, the guard's already unconscious. They're already putting on the disguises. We gotta go now.
We don't have to go now.
Yeah. Do
Guard.
we see the guard coming towards us?
If you're peeking, I'm gonna assume over here you're peeking around the corner. You can see the guard slowly making his way over.
Allie's gonna wave towards him, be like, "Excuse me, we have a rather temperamental young lady in need of some assistance back here."
Okay. So as he's approaching, you're gonna say like you're gonna say that.
Yeah. Also, one of your colleagues is unconscious, and we'd very much like your help carrying him down to get some treatment.
At this, he's actually going to start shouting, "Guards! Guards!"
Timothy puts back the armor as fast as he can back on the guard. And
the guard
disguises
is
himself as his regular self.
amazing. The guard's yelling, "Guards! We have a situation upstairs!"
What is the
And-
situation?
Another guard is going to show up from the stairwell. All right. What is the group doing next?
Give up.
Give up?
Yep. We're gonna fight, I guess.
Oh,
What?
See.
No, we're not. No, we're not.
Jasper and Timothy are both wearing either the armor or disguising themselves, so we can try and see how this plays out.
Jasper's just gonna
Timothy-
quickly flip to the page on her book for the hold person spell and be like,
Timothy is not disguised anymore, right?
Correct. He has transformed back into his normal,
Gotcha.
like thespian-faced masked self.
Okay, so
with,
you
with
look
the
like yourself
unnatural
then.
folds. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay, so
Yeah.
then is Jasper the only one in guard armor now?
No, I took it off the second I saw Timothy was able to do disguise self.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Like I had started it and then he did disguise and I was like, okay, that's better.
Yeah, if
Okay,
you're gonna have a
gotcha.
front man, might as well get the one that can actually look like the
Actually
guard who was
disguise-
standing
yeah.
guard.
That's fair. Okay.
So
Cool.
right now Timothy's kind of like approaching the other side of Irina to like be like, oh man, what an unruly person. Get them back in the room. Like,
Oh,
Yeah.
you're sending Irina back in?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. All right. She'll say, "Okay. All right. I'll see how this plays out, but we're leaving."
and Timothy will shout out like, not as much a situation. It's kind of handled.
Mandy, are you back in the hallway as well?
I think Jasper's just gonna approach Irene and kind of hold her hands behind her back, be like, we got her. Everything's fine now.
For
Irina's-
heaven's sake, drag the guard out of there.
Irene is actually going to smack your hands away as you try to grab her, and she's going to start putting on the guard armor herself.
I want to do an opposed strength check for that.
Okay,
Let's
for it.
go. Fight that.
Ooh, my strength isn't great.
Oh, wait. What happens if we tie? I also
You decide.
rolled a 12. That's a great
Yeah.
point. I am the DM.
Reroll?
No. You both are pretty equally matched. She's struggling to get the armor, and you're trying to stop her, but it's not really going one way or the other. But she is trying to like knock you off, and you are trying to grab her.
Timothy will provide a help action to give advantage to that roll.
Yes.
To Mandy. Oh my god.
Okay.
If
Oh,
that's
boy.
okay.
I don't have-
Yeah,
That's
go
okay.
for it. Go for it.
Because Timothy just shit damn it.
You absolutely fail. In fact, that was a nat 1, right?
That's an advantage roll though, so it's a 12 still.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Wait, but that was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Fair.
like, but Timothy is
But that
also
was-
trying. It's like also trying to stop her. Like
Yeah,
kind
yeah. I'm gonna say that Timothy fumbles his help action so badly that he actually makes it so that Irina can do what she wanted.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can we also say that Timothy has split into 3 and they're all on the ground?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Alright.
The coats on the ground. All
Amazing.
3 of them are kind of fumbling.
Any
yeah.
reactions from Irina?
Irina is just like she just looks at you and is like, whatever. We'll figure it out. This is fine. And she goes back to put the armor on. Amazing. And yeah, so the guards at this
Allie's
point.
just gonna give Apollo a look and just like kind of wave her hand.
The guards have arrived at this point, and they can hear like a scuffle going on in the room that they know is Irina's, and they're
I
going to
let
say,
the guards pass.
okay, they're going to look to both of you in the hallway and say, what's going on here? Where's Irina? Where's the guard?
She's trying to
See
get
for
out.
yourself.
You can go in and stop her.
Okay, all right then. The guards are gonna. One of the guards is gonna run past you. The other one is gonna stay with you two. And this guard is going to try to open the door. Is Jasper and Timothy gonna do anything to stop this guard, or?
No.
I
The
can't hear you,
moment Timothy fell, Timothy began desperately, and I mean desperately, clamoring to get back in their trench coat.
Okay. Jasper.
Like, is he asking me to hold the door for him to redo his disguise?
Oh, I see. Timothy.
Oh no. They just the moment they fell and kind of like split on the ground, they began like entering survival mode and like doing their own thing. Like it's like looking at rats run through a sewer tunnel. It's like like they're just all over each other and they just eventually form back into one solid being.
Okay, I am not really doing anything to hold the door then. I'm basically trying to still hold Irina back.
I'm gonna say at this point, Irina has at least grabbed the sword from the guard, and yeah, this guard's gonna like, I guess, Irina's now armed with a sword, and this guard is at the door. I guess you aren't stopping it, right? So I guess he'll come in, and Irina will look to you two fumbling around on the ground and say, "Do I have to do everything myself? Goodness!" And she's just gonna take a swing at this guard with her sword. She definitely hits. Oh, there goes my dice. Let me roll again. And she definitely hits him. She gives him a good smack.
Is she proficient with swords?
That's a great question. I'm gonna say no. Yeah, I'm gonna say no. She does hit him, does some damage, and he draws his weapon in return. Yeah, not to fight her obviously, but to like arrest the rest of you guys.
I take it back. I would throw all of you guards down a well. And Allie is. I think Allie's gonna try to go back and see if she can back up this other guard.
Oh, you're
And-
gonna try and help the guard?
Of
Yeah.
course.
Oh, okay.
Is there a turn order or no?
I combat hasn't really started. If,
Okay, I
I
want to
think the
cast
moment she-
hold.
Well, sorry. Go ahead.
Sure.
You go ahead.
Why don't we roll initiative? This is
Yeah,
slowly
I was just
becoming
gonna
combat.
say the moment she
Yeah,
she
sure.
hit the guard with a sword, not a book. I was like, surely.
Sure. All right. Roll initiative. All right. We'll say Irina went first then. Jesus Christ. What is happening?
You tell me.
I don't know. This isn't what I planned. This isn't going how I nicely planned it. This was supposed to be a stealth
This is
section.
D&D.
Oh, jeez. All right. Let me write down your initiatives. Jesus Christ, guys. What the heck? All right. Let me write this down. Holy fuck. All right. So.
All right.
All right.
she wants to get out so bad. Oh my god.
does.
she's gonna kill her father's men to get out of here.
Absolutely. All right. Jasper, did you roll?
Yeah, 15.
Oh, I didn't see it. Sorry. Okay, cool. So then you are up next, I guess. Let's see. Yeah. So then, sorry, I'm just writing down the turn order so I don't forget anyone. And we'll say Irina went first. And let me roll for the guards. Sorry, never mind. The guard is next. He rolled a 20.
Oof.
Guard 1. And then let me roll for the other guard. That's an 11. That'll be after Alessandra. Cool. Okay. Yeah, so I guess up next is the first guard. Yeah. Okay,
This
so that
one?
guard, yes, that guard there is going to shout, "You're all under arrest. What do you think you're doing?" And he's going to point his sword at Jasper. He's not going to attack. He's just
Trying to help you, idiot.
wait.
I'm with you here. I'm trying to hold her down.
He's just going to ignore this and say, "You're under arrest, all of you." And he's going to point his sword at Jasper and basically ask you to surrender.
Is it my turn?
Yes. Yeah, Jasper's up next.
I'm gonna cast Hold Person on Irina. It's a Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. This is so weird. Irina rolled a 9.
She does not pass. She is paralyzed.
Cool.
There,
Okay.
situation ended.
uh
You.
huh. Okay.
And she's got like her hands up. She's like, there.
So weird. All right, Alessandra, you're up next.
Just gonna look at the guards and be like, there you go. There's your charge. Please collect her and let's all go down to the study and talk to the Baron.
Okay, is that your turn?
I'm not gonna shank a guard that I'm trying to help. So yeah.
That's fair. All right, guard 2, this guy is up next. He's gonna also draw his sword and he's gonna say, "You're all under arrest." Yeah, even though you're giving up. Yeah, that's his turn. He's arresting or attempting to arrest you.
My turn?
Yeah, next up is Timothy. Goodness gracious, what the fuck is happening?
Timothy will cast Friends on
Ooh,
Irina
nice.
and tell her persuade her to basically he says tell the guards the situation. This is all you, right?
Is
So
there a
he's
saving throw for that?
yeah. So first, Friends, she needs to. Oh, wait a
She
second.
can't move or speak because she's paralyzed. You
Oh,
can cast it on the guard though.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, yeah. Okay. So on the guard, oh no, but he's
Uh-huh.
hostile towards me, so I can't cast Friends on him.
Sorry.
Okay, okay. Sorry, I need to rethink this since I did
Sorry,
not
I
think about the
ruined
fact
your
that
thing there.
though actually I guess we could stick with it, like because Timothy actually wouldn't know what hold person or like what casting hold person would look like. So actually, you know what? I'll stick with it. I'm gonna cast Friends on Irina because she's not hostile towards us, right?
Uh-huh.
So I have an advantage on her on charisma checks with her, and I'm going to persuade her to tell the guards that we are not the problem. So yeah, I'll
Okay,
go ahead and roll a
so
persuasion at advantage.
you're rolling an advantage persuasion on Irina to have her tell the guards that
But he's casting Friends, so I think
Friends.
there
Okay.
is like a magical thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
basically, I've and after about a minute, she will realize that I have cast some magic on her to like
Gotcha. Okay.
make her more friendly.
But by then, hopefully, we'll be out of there.
Fucking hopefully, but I mean, oh, that's the worst. Fucking
Did you roll a 7 and a 1?
yeah. So it's
Yep.
a 7. I roll a 7 to convince her to do that. I don't think that's
I rolled a 9.
Well,
Oof.
so
Well,
he still does that.
she's paralyzed anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
All
We
right.
know
So,
that, but Timo and Thea don't.
yeah.
That's
So
fair.
he does say that. He says, Irina, why don't you tell the nice guards that you're the crazy one here? That's what he says.
And she's just gonna like mumble in response, like, because she's all bound up, so clearly she can't talk.
Right. That's
Okay.
it. That's all Timothy does, and he just like shrugs. Like,
Jasper
right.
just like wide-eyed looking, like, what's the game here?
Okay. Apollo, or is that the end of your turn, Timothy?
yes, totally.
Okay. Apollo, you're up.
I surrender.
Okay. Yeah, I guess this guard right here is going to put handcuffs on you, which I'm sorry, you're this token, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. He's going to put handcuffs on you, so I'm just going to move you right there. And that, let's see, that's the end of the turn order. Okay. Well, if this wasn't chaotic enough before, I'm going to throw in some more chaos. Another guard appears and runs down the hallway. This one is, you actually recognize him. It's Anton. Anton is here. And Anton will come up to this group and he'll ask the other guard, what's going on here? And the other guard will say, they're trying to rescue, or not rescue. He'll say they're trying to kidnap the Irina.
We are not trying to. We've explained this 5 times. She's trying to escape. We let the guards past to stop her. Please go stop her from escaping.
Jasper even tried to help Timothy as well.
Yeah. These guards don't care what you're saying. They just they know that they need to arrest you.
Why don't they care?
Yeah.
Because they're very afraid of the Baron. They know that he's they're going to be in a lot of trouble
They
if they
should
don't.
be. All right.
You guys.
You know what? At this point, I want her to escape. At this point, she should just leave, and we're not going to do
She's
anything
earned
to
it.
stop
Whose
her.
turn is it next?
Anton is next because he just showed up.
Okay. And he
Anton,
does?
he's going to run past the other guards. And he's going to run past this guard, and he's going to come up behind this guard. And after hearing that y'all are here to kidnap Irina, he's going to look to Irina, and he's going to say, "Is it really time for the escape?" And she's going to nod at him, and he's going to draw his sword and attack.
She can't nod.
She
She's
can't nod?
paralyzed. She can't move or speak.
All right,
She's paralyzed.
Fine.
go,
All
let's
right,
go.
fine. He's gonna look at her, see that she's bound up, and know that you're a group of adventurers. He's gonna say, "It's time for the escape," and he's gonna pull out his sword and he's gonna attack this guard.
Oh,
Work
shit.
with me here. All right, I rolled a 14. That hit. And I did a bit of damage. I'm gonna say this guard is knocked out. All right, you've got one guard left who's arrested Apollo. The rest of you are free to do whatever you want. Anton appears to be on your side. Go nuts, kiddos.
Whose turn is it?
That's a great question. Next is Irina's. She's bound. Can she make a roll to try and escape?
Let me see.
I think that's the only thing she can do when she's
Cool.
paralyzed, right?
Yeah.
At the end of each of its turns, the target can make another wisdom saving throw.
Cool. I rolled a 4, so that probably fails.
Yes, she's
Cool.
still very paralyzed.
All right. Well, Anton's here, and he's like, "All right, guys, let's go. It's time."
No, Anton, no. No.
Oh, for God's sake. Is it Allie's turn?
Next up is let's see. It's the guard that just got knocked out, so he's down. So now it's Jasper's turn.
Okay. Right.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Allie's or Jasper's initiative isn't in here. Okay. That's why.
Okay, I think it's just going to say, Anton, you seem super sweet, but this is not the plan right now.
I don't think we have a choice at this point. Go nuts, Jasper, whatever it is you do.
We only got one guard left.
It's one guard left.
Mo whispers, "Just get out and close the door."
Okay. I guess I just want to try and make like a strength roll to see if I can drag the paralyzed Irina out.
Go for it. You want to roll a strength check?
Yeah, and you can set the DC to
Yeah,
whatever
go
you
for
want.
it. Go for it. Yeah, that
16.
absolutely works. Yeah,
Cool. I'm just
absolutely.
like very like awkwardly pulling her out. Like, all right, this is the plan now.
Yeah,
Ready.
wait. Phil, were you saying to like just get out
No,
and then shut everybody in there?
Yeah, shut everyone in here. Like literally stop the like literally just
Oh.
just close the. It's a magical door. Well, he doesn't know that, but he's like, just like close the door.
Well, this is the magical door though, right? Not this
Yeah,
one.
the magical door's in the back.
Oh, my apologies.
This is
Okay.
like a jail cell in the back.
So,
This is like the front of the room.
Far can I
regardless.
guess like maybe half my movement if I'm carrying her.
So let me get this straight. You're trying to lock Irina and all the guards in there?
Yep.
Okay,
There's only one guard.
that's fair. All right. Well, there's Anton, but yeah.
Yeah.
Mandy, I can't hear you. Can you say that again?
Oh, since I succeeded on my strength save, can I just possibly take half my movement with her or something like that?
I'll give you
Since I'm,
half
like,
your
what's-
movement.
Yeah, it would be 15.
Uh-huh.
Cool. I'm just gonna
Mandy, I can't
carry
hear
her
you.
here.
Yep. Okay, sounds good. Yeah, I'll put her
She would be here.
right there.
Thanks.
Yeah, he
All right.
definitely didn't mean try and escape with her. He was just like, just get stop.
Gotcha.
Okay, cool. Up next is Alessandra. You're standing next to Apollo, who has been handcuffed by this guard.
Yeah. Does this guy like have his weapon drawn or anything?
I'm gonna say no. He was he put his weapon away so that he could, or he set it aside so that he could put the handcuffs on Apollo.
Okay. Well, Allie is going to use a bonus action for insightful fighting on Anton, and she's gonna walk up right behind him,
Okay.
pull the sword out from her cane, and make an attack
On Anton.
on Anton.
All right, go for it. Give me a roll.
20. Dirty 20.
Oh.
Yeah, that hits.
All right. And that means I get to use my sneak attack still, so that's
Okay.
oh, it's
Nine.
only 9 total damage.
That's okay.
Still good.
This
still
is
good.
fine. This is fine. Hold on, let me write some stuff down. All right. You said that was 9 damage.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so he's now at this. Cool. Okay. Yeah. You smack him up on, or you described to me what you did.
That's a good question. I'm guessing he's not like down.
He's facing the
so-
door. Yeah, he's not down yet, but you hit him pretty hard.
Yeah, I'm just taking my sword and I'm gonna try to get him somewhere like non-lethal but very
Sure.
painful,
All right.
just to try to disable him.
Sure. I'll say you smack him on the on like the back of his chest, but he's wearing his armor plate. So yeah, you hit him pretty hard. You might have cracked one of his ribs, and yeah, he's hurting.
Ow.
Nice. Is that the rest of your turn?
Yeah, that's my bonus action and my action. So
Sweet.
that's
All right.
all for
then
me.
Very nice. Next up is this guard who's who has just watched you attack another guard. He's gonna look to Apollo and say, "Stay here."
He saw just smack one of his own, one of the other guards, right?
I'm gonna say no
Is this
because
guy
it was
just
through the.
But I guess,
dumbest, most oblivious
He
person?
realized that he said the escape thing out loud, right?
Oh my god,
Yeah.
you guys! All right.
We're capturing a traitor.
All right, you win. He's gonna step over Apollo and he's gonna say, "Anton, you never were the smartest chip on the smartest tool in the shed." And then he's gonna.
Calling the kettle black.
Oh my god, we are so far from what I had planned. This is great. Okay, yeah, he's
Welcome
gonna.
to DMing D&D.
Yeah,
Welcome.
this is fucking insane. All right. Okay, yeah. So he's gonna say, Anton, yeah, you never were the smartest tool in the shed. You're under arrest, buddy. Yeah, he's gonna draw his sword at Anton, and he's gonna say, "You're under arrest," but he's not gonna attack him because he's a fellow guard, nonetheless. But he is holding his sword at him and trying to like hold him in place. Okay, cool. Timothy, you're up.
Timothy will run up to the door, slam it shut, and as he's doing so, he's going to say, "Sorry, buddy." Bam. And then he's going to move over
Love to
to
see it.
Irina and Jasper, and if I still can, give the
Yeah.
help action to help carry Irina to behind the locked door.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say that just works.
Okay, so yeah, so Jasper, next time you move Irina, advantage.
Thank you. Woohoo.
I'll
But
just
he's
say you
like
get your.
he's like sweating. He's like, holy
Yeah.
shit. this
I'll
is-
just say you get your
this got
you get
way
your
too
full
intense.
movement. I'll say you get your full movement if you want to move her, because there's two of you.
Nice.
Yeah. All right. Was that your turn?
Oh yeah, that's all he's trying to get done
Gotcha.
right now.
Did
It's
you try
just
and
too
lock
much.
this door wherever it is over here? Did you lock that?
He
just slammed it?
just slammed it and looked. He kind of looked like if there was a quick little switch that he could flip, like
Sure.
hey, just like close it. But
Cool.
I assume that the locks are on the outside of this door, given the
Yeah, the locks are
circumstances.
definitely on the outside. Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, so you slammed the door.
He just closes it to try and like cut off Anton and anyone else.
All right.
Maybe slow him down.
Sounds
Yeah.
good. All right. Apollo, you are handcuffed. Do you want to try and break free?
Nope. I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna prepare thaumaturgy, which is only a verbal component.
Sure.
If Anton tries to open the door, I'm gonna slam it shut again.
Love to see it.
Very nice. Very nice.
The
Beautiful.
support, yes.
Okay, Anton is up next. Anton has a cracked rib. He has a guard with a sword at his back, and Anton's gonna give up. He's gonna have like one arm or one hand on his like chest. He's in pain. He's gonna step aside and say, all right, not today, maybe next time." And he'll put his hands up.
Next.
Yeah. Irina is still bound, and I'm going to do a check. I rolled a 17.
That does pass.
Amazing. All right. So let's see if she's now able to move. Let's see. 5, 10.
Question. If
Yeah.
is the wisdom I'm trying to figure out if the wisdom saving throw is her turn or if it's like the wisdom saving throw.
It's at the
then
end of her turn.
At the end
So
of her turn.
at the
if she
end of
passes
each
the
of
wisdom
its
saving
turns.
throw,
Okay.
she still doesn't get that turn. But
Gotcha.
she'll get
Okay.
her next
Nice.
turn.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, she
Cool.
is technically she has broken free of you. Yeah, and she's
But she's
broken
already
free.
in the jail cell, right?
No, you haven't gotten the
almost.
mover yet.
It's here.
Jail cell's over here.
Literally perfect timing.
Cool. All right. Up next is that guard is unconscious. Up next is Jasper.
Okay. I'm just gonna do an opposed strength check to just keep dragging her.
All right.
Just
I'm
keep
gonna
going
roll
and
strength.
with advantage.
All right.
Yeah.
Ah, beautiful.
Do you want to know
Nat
how?
19.
Do you want to know how close you were?
Absolutely.
I rolled an 18.
Let's go.
Ooh.
Oh my God, you
that
lucky.
feels nice.
All right. What do you want to do with What do you want to do with her?
Great difficulty since she rolled so high. I'm just gonna try and just keep dragging her, just kind of taking advantage of the fact she was already slanted and falling a little bit, and
All right.
just drag her back in.
Let me describe what has happened here. So, you want to drag her into the other room?
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so on her turn, she did escape. She like wriggled free, but immediately you caught yourself and you reached forward and you grabbed her as she was trying to get away, and you wrapped one arm around her and you are dragging her. You are able to drag her, and you can bring her in the cell.
Is Timothy like with this, like helping her? Like, cause I gave the help action. I don't know how we
Yeah.
want to describe
If you're
that, but am
helping
I
by
walking with you?
pulling, probably.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you were with them. I'm gonna say, in fact, that you helped make sure that Irina didn't get away.
Jasper's got the arms, Timothy's got the legs.
One person.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, Tim's got the left foot. Mo has the right foot, and Thee is like just hauling ass, right?
I was gonna say, did one part of Timothy want to like stick a foot out from under the trench coat and trip Irina?
Yeah.
All right, that's what we're gonna go with.
Might as well if I can, right?
Beautiful. Yeah, that's what happened. All right, so you three are all in the jail cell together with
You
Irina.
You four. Five? Wait,
Five?
No, five.
Three,
you five.
four, five. Five. There was five of you.
No,
Sorry,
I'll stop,
all
I'll
five
stop.
of you. You're all in the jail cell. These guards are unconscious. This one's under arrest. You're tied up. You're the only guard here that's still active. All right. What the hell's next? Alessandra, you're next.
All right, I'll look at the other guard and be like, shall we put this one with the wayward princess? Referring
Um,
to like putting Anton in the same cell as Irina. And I'm talking to the one guard that's still here.
To the guard, yeah. All right. The guard. It's getting so weird. All right. The guard's gonna agree that it's a good idea to put Anton away, but he also still wants to arrest you. He is currently pointing his sword at Anton, and I guess when you start talking to him, he's gonna actually point his sword towards you instead and say, "Hey, you're still under arrest. Don't think I forgot about you."
I'm gonna take my sword and I'm
Yeah,
gonna
go for
real
it.
slowly pull the point of his sword off to the side
Okay.
and put my hand on one of my daggers and be like, "Shall we put him in the cell?"
You're
And
gonna need all the help you can get, buddy.
Yeah, that's.
I'm just gonna give him a look as like,
You know what? Give
you
me
try
a
this.
persuasion.
I give him the help action since I
Like, yeah.
in.
I'm gonna let you give him the help action.
All right, so
Yeah,
that's
go for it. Give me
with
a persuasion.
advantage.
Yeah,
All right, 1 second here.
you are trying to persuade this man that it is a good idea to not arrest you immediately.
In
That's
more
a nat
ways than
20.
5. Let's
All right.
go.
Nat 20. All right. Okay. Well, yeah, you've convinced him. He's like, you know what? You are starting to make a lot of sense, my friend. And yeah, Apollo's on the ground like, you're an idiot. You should kind of, arrest everyone here, or the guards at least. Yeah. So he's convinced. He's like, you know what? You got a good point. So he points the sword back at Anton and he says, Anton, get your ass in that cell. To which he, I guess, moves Anton inside. Do you? Yeah, I guess technically it's still your turn. So I'll say he's on your side for now.
Yeah, I will.
You can
think
tell
at
him what to
this-
do on his turn.
I mean, at this point, I'm just gonna help him move
Okay.
Anton to the cell, help get Jasper and Timothy out, and then lock the cell.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, this works. Yeah, you guys put him in the cell. Do you mind if I move you over here as well? Oh yeah, there you go. Perfect. All right, yeah, yeah. Those two are in there. Jasper, do you want to step out of the cell?
Is it my turn?
I'm just gonna say on this turn, if you're putting the prisoners away, it's a good time for you to step out.
Or combat might be like over at this point too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So yeah, I can.
yeah, all
I'll
right.
step out.
Yeah, go ahead and step out. All right, combat's over. Yeah, you guys managed to arrest Irina and or you guys managed to put Irina and Anton inside the cell. Apollo's still chained up outside. There's two unconscious guards in the room. But yeah, this guard is convinced that you guys are truly here to keep the peace.
Okay.
As Timothy is leaving and looking at Alessandra, you can see, even despite the strange morphing of the comic to the tragedy mask, you can tell that he is ever so thankful that you were able to convince these guards that this is the right way to do it.
You see Allie's like kind of mask slip a little bit, and she's just like, "Yeah, I'm pretty happy too." is not ready to murder an entire mansion full of guards just yet.
He wipes an
okay.
overly sweaty brow as he's still trying to disguise, and still doesn't quite know how much humans sweat because kobolds don't sweat, so it's like it's hard to really estimate. So, but like you see too much sweat like go off his brow, and as he's like, "Thank you," and keeps moving.
All right. Well, with that, the guard is going to lock the door to the cell. Anton and Anton and Irina are still in the cell, and you follow the guard back.
I'm gonna
Yeah, go ahead.
kind of motion to the guard and like Jasper and Timothy to have them go check to make sure that the other two guards are
Can I
okay.
get unhandcuffed? I can cure them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this guard will come and unhandcuff you then. Yeah.
Okay,
And
I'm
then
gonna
while
go
they're
cast
distracted,
cure wounds on the 2 guards that are unconscious.
and while
Timothy is
that's
put. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
sorry, while that's going on, I just want to go over in front of the cell, and you can see through the door, right?
No,
Or is
you
it
cannot.
okay? Never mind. Yeah, carry on.
Timothy is from the guard that he was initially trying to put the armor on of is putting it is sort of like in a neat pile next to him, and they're all shaking their head inside the trench coat of like, man, I can't believe we were about to like do that. He looks over at Jasper, or Tim looks over at Jasper really quickly, and says, "That was pretty bold. I feel like we were about to do something really, really stupid, but as quietly as possible."
Actually, no,
Uh-huh.
I'm not gonna cure the 2 guards. I'm an evil person. That's not what an evil person would do.
That's
I'm gonna
fair.
let them suffer the consequences of their stupidity.
That's fair. All right.
But
So do you guys? Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, then Allie will help make sure that they're not like gonna die immediately or anything.
Sure. Very nice. Do you guys want to make your? Or I guess yeah, the guard is gonna say, yeah, good work there, guys. Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't trust you. I guess. Yeah, the Baron's really strict. Our orders are just attack on sight. Basically, it's not great. But yeah, come with me back downstairs. The Baron's gonna want to hear about what you did in his service. That he's gonna be real happy with you guys, and he's gonna kind of gesture for you to follow him back downstairs. Do you guys all follow him?
Timothy will say, Apollo, I need another strong individual, one person, definitely not multiple people, to help carry these guards to the safe house or doctor, wherever he might be.
All right.
I assume the Baron has such a place.
The guard responds, "Yeah, he definitely does. We have an infirmary in the barracks. They'll be taken care of. I can send some guards up here to come take care of them.
Well, if you have guards to come take
Yeah,
care of them,
I'll send some people to take care of them. Don't you worry. We can just head downstairs. They'll be okay.
Timothy follows them.
Cool. All right, we're gonna head back down to the study. And give me 1 second. Great job, by the way, guys. That was real cool. All right.
Holy
Amazing.
moly.
We
Holy moly.
yeah, we make our way back downstairs. The guard leads you to the to the study where the Baron is waiting. He's got his 2 dogs. Isaac is standing behind him as well. And the guard looks at the Baron and says, you won't believe what just happened. But these guys, these guys are heroes." And he kind of like gestures for you to come sit down.
it really.
Ye?
I go sit down.
Okay.
Yeah. Just I guess Jasper's just waiting to see like what the fallout is gonna look like.
Sure. The Baron kind of gestures. He's a bit confused, but he kind of waves you in and says, "Have a seat. Tell me what happened."
Well, I don't know if it's so unbelievable, but your daughter tried to escape.
Yeah, that's to be expected. Did you
knocked-
stop her?
She knocked out a guard. We tried to stop her. The guards came up. The guards tried to arrest us because they thought we were trying to help her escape, but we weren't. We tried to tell them that she was escaping and that they needed to stop her, and they still attacked us. Your guards are not very smart.
The Baron's like nodding while the Baron's nodding while you're saying this, like in understanding, like yeah, that sounds like my guards. Yeah.
Your front doorman, who I was going to tell you to fire anyway because he wasn't inviting anyone into your home and could have invited Strahd, he was trying to help your daughter escape, so he came up and attacked his fellow guards, so we locked him in the room with her as well.
Oh well, Anton, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
that one.
Wow. Yeah. That man's not too bright, but yeah, that's not super surprising, I guess. My
No,
guards are, and then he like leans in and whispers, like, "My guards aren't the brightest." Um,
no,
yeah.
and you need to double your guard at the rear of the house because that's where your daughter is planning to escape from next.
Yes.
All right. Uh, uh, the Baron's gonna say, "Yeah, she always did love that garden, but we really need the most protection in the front. She's never gonna escape through the back. That's
All right, well, that's
preposterous."
just you hired us to check in on your daughter and try to solve the problem. This is the solution I'm offering you.
All right, all right. I'll.
Thee under his breath says, "If he hired us, he would have paid us money."
He paid us in the use of his study, Tim.
That's true. Yeah.
Oh, Tim says, "Oh, yeah, absolutely." You hear because Tim hits Mo, Mo hits Thee for making such a comment.
Amazing. The guard that brought you downstairs, he says to the Baron, he says, "Sir, a couple of our guys got knocked out by that Anton fellow. He's a bad egg. We should send some people to go, we should send some people to go take them to the infirmary." And the Baron kind of like waves his hand at him and says, "Yeah, you go get some guys and go help them carry the guys to the infirmary."
Allie's going to lean over to Jasper and ask her, do you think you would like to check out their infirmary?
Oh, yes, that would be quite nice. Yes. You had some man in handcuffs, yes? Sorry, we
husk,
just happened to
yes.
notice earlier. One of the husks, perhaps?
Oh yes, yeah. It's unfortunate, but occasionally we do have to take some people in and just rehabilitate their attitude, an attitude adjustment, if you will. Sometimes they get a little too doom and gloom for the doom and gloom, if you will. But yeah, we just, it's like I always say, all will be well. But yeah, we just need to make sure that there's not too much sadness around here.
Oh, so these husks, you mentioned they were soulless. There is some way to perhaps create the illusion of one, or
Uh, well, I don't want to get into the details. It's not very nice, but we have a good way to give them an attitude adjustment.
I see. May I see your equipment, please?
Uh, well, I'm sure you're familiar with the equipment being a torturer and all.
No, that would be me.
Oh, I see.
Speaking of, I think Anton could do with a bit of an attitude adjustment. Would you mind very much if I performed the procedure?
You wanna give Anton an attitude adjustment? He's not a husk though. I don't know what would happen if we
I
performed this on a
imagine we could
non-husk.
change that.
I see. Sure. If you want to beat up one of my guards, that's fine by me.
I imagine he will no longer be in your employ shortly, at least.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, he'll be fired as soon as we're done here. Probably thrown in my jail.
Very good. I shall inquire later. By the way, have my associates reached your estate?
Let's see. Not that much time has passed, so I'm gonna say not yet.
Okay.
Yeah. Um. Okay. So the Baron is going to say, "Well, thank you so much for doing this service to me. I've already promised the use of my study. Is there anything else I can do, or to aid you in your quest, basically?"
Now that we've more or less proven our loyalty, do you think we could perhaps borrow some rooms in this manner? We've been
Uh,
staying at the tavern, but I would much prefer to sleep not under the watchful eye of Strahd, if you know what I mean.
Yes, I know what you mean. It's we have some guest rooms that you can borrow. That can definitely be arranged. And as this conversation is going on, you hear very loud footsteps, or someone's running basically through the house. And the guard who had gone to go check on Irina and Anton is completely sweating. He has just sprinted downstairs, and he stands in the doorway, kind of looking really worried, basically. Yeah, do you guys want to acknowledge this or?
I mean, it's a bit of an elephant.
That's
Yeah,
fair.
we
All
can't-
right.
we can't help but notice that.
react to
All
it.
right, sure. Yeah, he looks to the Baron. He says, Mr. Baron, sir. Well, I don't know how to say this, but you see, and the Baron says, spit it out, man. What's going on? And he, the guard looks to the Baron. He says, you see, the Irina and Anton. I think they've escaped. And the Baron says, what do you mean they've escaped? And the guard says, well, the jail cell was open. I think, not me, of course, but one of the other guards must have forgotten to take Anton's keys from him when we put him in the jail cell, you see. And, well, the upstairs window also appears to be open. And, I think they've run away. To which the Baron says, they've gotten away? How could you let this happen? And he tells the guards to go get the rest of the guards and basically go find them. But yeah, they've seemed to have escaped.
You are all, without a doubt, the worst jailers I have ever seen.
Didn't you say the front of the house was the most secure?
Yeah, are you talking to the Baron?
No, I'm talking to the guard.
The guard stands straight and salutes, and he says, "The front of this house will never be breached." The
And
window
yet it has twice.
the window they took was leading to the back of the house.
Okay.
So yeah, they went out the top window and into the back garden. Yeah, so they've escaped. The Baron is furious. He thinks that you guys have helped him. He says, were you just a distraction to allow them to escape? You've betrayed me all along. You've been fooling me.
Timothy shambles forward and says, "You know nothing of betrayal."
How's this
And-
room set up, and where is everybody right now?
Everyone's in like the living or in that room. I think sitting down.
All right. I give up. I cast a second level guiding bolt at the Baron.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. The Baron was about to stand up to yell at you and kick you out of the house, but give me 1 second. Let me just prepare a couple things. Oh
What?
boy. You're attacking the Baron, right?
Yeah.
All right.
But he's got 2 dogs and at least 1 guard with him, right?
Yeah,
Like,
uh-huh.
how's everybody set up?
I'm walking towards the Baron right now because I'm saying that you don't know anything about betrayal.
This is fair.
Yeah, no, I want to know where everybody's at so I can see how quickly I can shank a motherfucker.
Yes. All right. As long as we're on the same page.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, are we
Okay.
are we all on the same page? Are we all attacking the Baron?
Timothy is in motion, and the moment a guiding bolt comes in, he's just gonna be like, "Well, if we're attacking the big guy, like if we were attacking the guards, we'd have been like, okay, sure." But we were convincing the guards. But now we're just killing, if we may, the Baron. What?
Do we have any choice at this point? Like, it's almost as if the guiding hand of fate is setting us up to be betrayed by this Baron.
And if she's already escaped, then
Then there's no. We've done our job for Strahd. Now I just want to take the house because darkness has infected the hearts of everyone here because they're all idiots.
All right.
that.
I love
see,
that narrative so much.
but that's the thing. That's exactly the point I was waiting for. Was like, is it really that they're just gonna be like, like I'm a police officer. I will arrest you for that is my duty. Like shut the fuck up.
All right.
I want my lawyer.
Amazing.
No one in this house is worthy of the light, and so I'm taking them out.
By the way, I called my sword my lawyer.
Amazing. All right. So let me describe this situation. So we're you can all see the same screen I'm looking at, right?
Yes.
All right.
Who is that ugly motherfucker there? On the
This
right?
is Isaac, who we never have interacted with. He's the henchman of the Baron that you've just never chosen to acknowledge. He's been there the whole time, just kind of standing beside the Baron. He's been in the back. Yeah. Anyways, his name is
He
Isaac.
didn't say anything.
That's
He
fair.
wasn't
That's fair.
introduced.
That's fair. That's fair.
Only the dogs. Only
I-
the dogs have been.
I said
introduced.
okay. I did say when Anton was taking you here, he said the Baron has 2 dogs that follow him all the time. Ha ha,
Yeah.
I guess maybe 3 if you count Isaac. Anyways, we're way past this now. Isaac is a henchman. Don't worry about it. He's not important anymore.
You did say that, I will admit.
Thank you. All right. All right. So yeah, Baron's in the middle, sitting on the couch. His dogs are nearby. Isaac is just standing behind the Baron, kind of just there. And there's one guard present who is injured from. Was this the one that got injured at all?
I don't know. That's up to you.
I can't remember if he was the one that got attacked or not.
This is the third one, right? The one that put
Yeah.
Anton and Apollo in cuffs.
No,
Yes.
he arrested me and didn't take any damage.
Okay, cool. So he's
Yeah.
he's good. All right, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, let's roll for initiative with Apollo going first.
Yeah. Is this
Okay.
a surprise attack?
Yeah, absolutely. The Baron was standing up to yell at you, and you just fucking capped him.
Does this
Beautiful.
count as initiative, or what is
Cool.
surprise?
Surprise is I get to make my attack with advantage.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
We're,
I'm 7 in the turn.
We're flying by the seat of our pants at this one. Let me just write out our roll order for this.
Yeah.
Timothy was also actively
Epic.
walking towards the Baron in order to threaten him.
Yeah,
Just like to
I'll
intimidate.
give you- I'll give
can
you
I,
a
can I
sneak
be
attack.
one step
Absolutely.
closer to him? Is all.
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it.
Sure. Awesome. Okay. Yeah. So he's like Timothy is like, excuse me, sir, but then all of a
Y'all
sudden,
are-
boom.
Y'all are barreling down on this motherfucker. Absolutely. Okay, so Alessandra, you are first. Let's see. Sorry, give me a minute to write down the order of all this. This is going absolutely great, by the way. Hope everyone's having a good time. I know I certainly am. Okay, let's see. Mandy is next. All right. Let's see. Apollo and then Timothy. Oh, Apollo and Timothy are at the same. Okay.
Let's go.
This is gonna be great. This is great. I'm so excited for this. Timothy and Apollo. How does it work when 2 people have the same initiative? Is it just you go at the same time?
Yeah, we get to
cool.
choose who goes first.
Cool.
Yeah, if
Well,
it's 2 players, if it's a player and an enemy, I think it's DM discretion, right? Like you can have us roll
Sure.
off, or you can flip
Sure.
a coin or whatever.
Yeah. We'll
or
figure
go
it out.
by maximum dexterity. But like
Yeah.
if it's 2 players, like I think Ryan and I will be able to figure it out.
Yeah, you'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Okay. Let me just make sure I got everyone written down. Yeah, Apollo's there. I'm gonna put Guard and the Baron last. Yeah, and they are not present. Cool. Okay. Yeah, so the order is going to be Alessandra, Jasper, Timothy, and Apollo. Do either of you have a preference or just same time?
I'll go after Timothy, so
Okay.
we can do the surprise round of me.
Sounds good.
And then Alessandra, or me, Alessandra, and Jasper, and then Timothy.
I have it written
And
down
then-
as Alessandra, Jasper, Timothy, Apollo, Baron,
Yeah.
Guard.
So if I
but
go
you guys
first,
are doing
we
a
get
yeah,
our
you're going
surprise
first.
round in,
Yeah.
and then I go.
Yeah,
and then
that sounds
we
perfect.
go
Let's do
again.
that. Yeah, perfect. All right. Yeah. So then, Apollo, you're first. Smacking the Baron in the face with a bolt of magic of some kind.
I need to shift click for. Oh, nat 20.
Yes.
Whoa!
So that's
Amazing.
10d6.
Say it again, my
So
darling.
that's 10d. Should I just cast it twice?
Yeah. Go ahead and
D&D
cast
Beyond?
twice.
I
Yeah,
love
go
it
for
so
it.
much.
Okay. So that is. Let's see.
Woo!
Is that 16 damage and then 18 damage?
It's 11 damage and then 18 damage.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, those both hit for sure. He's absolutely wasn't expecting this. Yeah, those both hit, and then
My
11
God.
and 18. Let me just. Okay, beautiful.
That 11's super low. Oh, I rolled 2 nat ones for that.
Yeah, that sucks.
Oh man.
Ooh.
Jesus Christ. You have just describe to me what you've just done.
As the Baron is raising his voice, I just reach a hand out and just wordlessly just hit him with a beam of holy light.
Amazing.
And the next
Beautiful.
attack roll made against the target before the end of your next turn has advantage.
Oh, do you have advantage on the next one as well?
Oh yeah, that is a thing.
Whoever
Because
attacks me next.
It's a guiding bolt. It's guiding my ally to strike this target.
Cool. I'm going to say that because he was also trying to stand up as this happened, you knocked him back into his seat as well. And this was so much damage. In fact, I'm going to say that the chair that he fell into actually fell backwards, and he's now like on the ground in a fallen over chair at the feet of Isaac.
Oh, he's
So
prone.
he's also prone.
He's now also prone. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. All right. Let's see.
So Tim's gonna
Timothy?
get a couple melee attacks at
Yeah,
advantage.
Timothy, you're up next.
Oh,
Go
yeah.
for it. Go nuts.
Do you do Nikolai as a DM? Do you do double advantage?
What is double advantage?
Well, he's prone, so he gets advantage on the attack. My guiding bolt also gives advantage. By rules as written,
Yeah,
it's
absolutely.
just a single advantage. But if you, as the DM, want to give,
Oh, we're having fun with this. Go ahead and double. Yeah, go for it.
Double. So
Amazing.
roll
I
an
was just
extra
thinking of-
die. Keep the highest.
Yes. Oh yeah, you heard me. 3 die are
Yeah,
going
I
on
was
this
just
one.
thinking if Tim had a dagger in his offhand as well, he could take a bonus action attack
Oh, yeah.
that would also be at advantage,
Do
regardless
it.
of
Do it.
whether-
We're going ham on this Baron.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Oh, whose turn is it?
It's yours, Timothy. Because
Is
yeah,
it?
you were doing
Oh.
a sneak attack. Yeah, go fucking ham on this kid.
Okay, so here's again the moment he's been knocked back into his chair and on the
Yeah.
back, Timothy recognizes the fact that okay, I don't give a shit what this rich guy says. I care what my powerful friends have to say, and if they are all out attack mode, Timothy's all out attack mode.
Love to see it.
So what we're gonna do is we are going to. So here's also the thing. Never mind. It doesn't trigger. I was gonna ask for triple advantage if a friend was adjacent to our knocked over
Would that be
target
4 dice rolls?
That's not gonna
I-
happen. Well,
Yeah.
unless
Well,
Apollo decided he wanted to walk up and be
No.
next to the Baron.
Right.
Yeah.
No, let's
Yeah,
go with
so,
double advantage.
Yeah. So I believe it just begins with a simple. As Timothy is saying, I forget what he was saying, but he was saying something about like you dare like say that my friends are the bad guys here? Are you kidding me? He's pissed off at this point. Like your men are incompetent, not us. And he's just gonna go ahead and start swinging.
Give me some rolls and tell me what you're doing.
Okay. What am I at? Double advantage or normal? Double.
You're at double advantage, so you roll 3 d20s, I believe. That's how that works,
keep
right?
highest 1.
Yeah.
And lo and behold, we're +6 or +5. Excuse me.
And are you doing a melee attack?
Yes, melee attack.
Cool. Yeah, that absolutely hits. This man's on the floor.
Awesome.
Amazing. And I want you to describe to me exactly what you do to the Baron to do your damage.
In a very strange undulating leap, Timothy arches over the chair, and while reaching into the pocket that contains Moe's dagger, he brushes past the letter that was previously slipped to him by
Allie.
Allie. Sorry, excuse me. I was going to say Assy for some reason. By Allie.
Also
And
appropriate.
he brushes by it, but in the moment he doesn't quite register it. He just pulls out his dagger and begins stabbing at our good friend here. Oh, sorry, that was +6, so it was actually a 16 to hit.
Yeah, no, you absolutely have hit.
Yeah, so we have.
I'm just imagining like a wacky waving arm flailing inflatable tube man with a knife.
That is this character. that is this whole character. Thank you.
Amazing.
+3. Sorry, I'm typing out the damage.
No worries.
I'm a heathen who types out all his rolls.
No, you're good.
So the damage is a D4, 2D6 for sneak attack, and +3 for the dexterity. Oh, that's the lowest possible.
Oh no!
It's the second lowest roll I could have gotten.
Oh no! That's so
So
sad. Tell me what just happened. Tell me exactly what just happened.
So Okay, so first of all, Timothy is going through a major emotional episode due to the fact that he's thinking about the fact that if he dies here, one of their 3 souls are going to be left and stuck here, which is going to then force them to figure out how the fuck they're going to get those souls out of here so that they're not stuck in this perpetual motion machine of absolute hell and terribleness. So he's pretty distracted, you could say, from realizing the fact that not only are their physical forms stuck here, but their spiritual forms are also stuck here as well, unless they can get the fuck out. So, and the note was one more thing because it was an unexpected thing. So there's a lot of distraction, but Timothy is right on top of this guy. He's got his knife out, he's stabbing through the trench coat, and he's just trying to get the shit done because it's all he can do at this moment because he does not have time to emotionally deal with the fact that he may be lost here forever.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Awesome. Okay, that's the end of the sneak attack round. Up next is Alessandra.
Okay, I am going to use my insightful fighting feature again on this guard back here. So I
Yeah.
guess we actually need to. I need to make a insight check, and he needs to make a deception check.
What are you trying to do to him?
I'm using this insightful fighting feature that I
Oh,
used
gotcha.
earlier. Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
Oh, yes. Yeah, gotcha.
oh, that's rough.
Well,
only got
I
a
rolled a
13.
10, so you definitely won.
Okay, so I can still use my sneak attack on him for
Go for it.
a minute, even if I don't meet any of the even if I don't have advantage, I guess.
Yeah.
So going to then move up, and I'm actually going to move over. Can I move to this position
Yeah,
right
go
here?
for
or
it.
is
Yeah,
that-
that's fine. No,
Okay.
that's good.
And while I'm doing that, I'm drawing the sword out of my cane, and I'm going to make a swipe at him.
Go for it.
So that is 17.
Oh, that's the.
Oh.
Oh, is that to hit or for damage? That's to hit, right?
That's to hit.
That's absolutely gonna hit.
Okay. All right, and we're
Damn, y'all
gonna.
are
Oh,
rolling
that's
high
not
today.
bad. 13 damage total.
Oh, okay, yeah, you've done quite a bit of damage to him. Let's see, let's put it there. Very nice. Yeah, you did quite a bit of damage. Tell me what you just did to attack him, and I'll tell you what happened to him.
Okay, so I kind of noticed earlier when he pointed his sword at me and I dropped it down that he leaves his guard really loose towards the center. So I'm gonna, as I'm running up, gonna slide the blade out, slap the his sword out of the way, and then just take a swipe right at his throat.
Wow. Okay. Very nice. I'm gonna say that because of this dexterous move you've just made, you've actually disarmed him. His sword actually goes flying, and you do manage to smack him in the neck, doing a bit of damage. So he is now unarmed.
Right. Yeah, and that's my turn. No words or
nice.
anything right now. It's just kill mode.
Very nice. Just kill mode. All
Kill
right, this-
mode is default.
Kill mode is default.
Kidding.
This one's disarmed. Very nice. Up next we have Jasper.
Woo. Oh.
Jasper,
Okay.
first off, tell me what is going through your mind at what you've just witnessed.
I think for Jasper, she doesn't quite care exactly who we're up against, as long as there's the end goal there of like, okay, we're still going to take Strahd's power. It doesn't quite matter in the details how like we're turning against people. This is happening. I think for a while there, she's just kind of like sitting and watching this exchange go by and just kind of going like, oh, interesting. And then she's like, oh, right, I should participate. And then she gets up and starts her thing, just kind of like enjoying it a little too much. And then like, oh, right, I'm in this.
Very nice.
Gosh. These are the dogs?
I'm going to start off by saying that the dogs are very cute.
Aw.
And they look very terrified at what's
Is
happening.
this guy up?
That guy is disarmed and has just been smacked in the neck. Yeah, he's unarmed. And the Baron's on the
I
floor.
would say I probably have that situation pretty well in hand right now.
Okay, so who are we worried about most? Probably this guy.
You've got the Baron on the ground. Yeah, the
Okay.
adorable dogs are looking very terrified. Isaac is also looking absolutely terrified.
So the dogs are just for show.
Can I do
You can attack the dogs if you want, but
animal handling check to
Go
see
for it.
if I can calm them down?
absolutely, they look terrified. Yeah, they're kind of shivering a little. They're
Oh,
scared.
can I do it with advantage?
Absolutely.
Yes.
But you have to tell me how you calm them down. Yeah, that absolutely works. Go for it.
Amazing. So I think first thing is just to, get down on their level, just kind of crouch down.
Can you move up to the one that you want to do this to?
Let's start with this guy. She'll just like very slowly
Okay.
approach, like, "Hey, buddy, it's okay." Just like there's noise, like there's just a lot of stuff going on. And she's like, "It's okay. Hi, come here, come here." She's gonna like the thing you do with dogs where you reach out your hand but not palm facing, so that they're not scared of you. You do it like facing with the top of your hand facing them, so that they
Oh,
can like
nice.
smell you first.
Very nice.
She's like, "Hey, little buddy. Hey, yeah, it's okay."
Do you try and take the dog's attention away from the Baron?
Absolutely.
Cool. Very nice.
If I have like anything in my, because I have like so many medical equipment, anything that they would enjoy as a treat, like something edible and fast.
You have any like dog treats or like meat things of any kind?
Licorice.
Probably plants.
Dogs don't like plants. Well, they do, but tell me what you got in your inventory. I'll tell you if it'll work to do what you're trying to do.
I could try to use a flower, I guess, just to get them to smell it, to like distract them from
Go
what's
for it.
going on, like a really strong smell, like a dried lavender or something, just to
Yeah, go for
like
it.
get their attention with like a little smell thing.
Very nice. This dog is enamored with your flower. He's looking at it. He's panting. He looks less concerned than before. But yeah, he's kind of distracted now.
Cool. Love to see it.
Very nice. Let's see. Is that your turn?
Yeah, that's literally what I'm
Very
trying
nice.
to do.
Timothy, you're up.
So, question.
Yes.
You remember that giant meat bone, like turkey leg, whatever that I got, right? That I've definitely already consumed all the meat off of.
You've still got the bone.
Okay, so Tim and Mo are going to be whispering to the Baron on the floor with like the dagger like up against his like face and his belly, and Tim is going to say and try and intimidate him not to do anything further, or try not to get up.
Okay.
I don't know if him being prone is going to give me advantage or whatever, but it doesn't matter. But Thee is going to get the idea to reach into the inside pocket and get the bone of that giant meat stick that we bought from why did I forget
Diavola.
Diavola.
Yeah.
From Diavola, and he's gonna hear the dog behind him, and he's gonna throw the bone kind of just as away, generally, like towards the dog, to try and not deal with it.
Show me where you're going to throw the bone to.
Over kind of this general direction to the
Strength check?
Give me yeah, I was about to say, give me a strength check. I want to see how far you can throw it.
Oh, sure, absolutely. Is this at 1/3 capacity or at 1/4 capacity, given the fact that only one kobold is doing it?
I'm gonna say not a third capacity, but I'll say disadvantage since the other two parts of you are doing something else.
Okay. Disadvantage. So here's that. It's a 5.
Nice. Okay.
So he is just trying to get out of like trying to get he hears the dog snarling, and from before he's like, no, I don't want to deal with that. I'm
gonna say you can
Tim
throw
and
it
Mo
10
are-
feet.
Okay, so yeah, the bone is thrown over in this corner.
Okay.
Tim and Mo are saying to the Baron, tell everyone to back off. No one needs to get hurt. Or no one needs to get more hurt. Looking at the injuries that are already on the Baron.
Amazing. Okay.
Love to see it.
Very nice. We're gonna do some turns for the rest of them. Okay, so this dog over here is distracted by Jasper. It is distracted. It is not participating in this fight. This dog, I'm assuming you kind of waved the bone in its face a little. It got a little excited about that. The dog went to chase the bone and is now chewing the bone in the corner. Is very happy to be chewing on this bone. Let's see. That's the dog's turn. Up next is Isaac. Isaac has just watched you absolutely obliterate the crap out of the Baron. Isaac is a clumsy man, not very strong or brave. He's a lanky dude. He is going to let's see. Cool. Isaac is going to reach behind his back and grab this large ring of keys. And he's gonna run over to the corner, and he's gonna face the group, and he's gonna just hold the keys out in front of him, like, here, take these. I don't need them. These are yours. And he's just kind of gonna keep his head down and kind of try not to get involved. He looks pretty terrified. And that is his turn. The Baron is going to attempt to stand up. And how does that work?
Half
That's
your movement
right?
speed.
Half your movement speed. Okay, so the Baron is going to try and stand up. So half the movement speed is what I have left, right?
Yep.
Okay. He is going to make a break for the door and try to run.
I believe that will invoke 2 opportunity attacks.
I'm gonna, yeah, absolutely go for it.
Timothy will do so. I believe. So instantaneously. I hate to say it, but I think that qualifies for some of the advantage attacks that I have because
Go
Apollo
for it.
will be next to him.
Go for it. Isn't there a space between you and Apollo?
Well, it depends on how the Baron ran, right?
So I'm gonna say the Baron was on the ground. He had just been stabbed and shot. He's gonna like roll onto his hands and knees and then kind of like stand back up. And he's going to just like kind of.
Is he going? Like, can you see the arrow that I've got? Is he doing that?
I see it. Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, he's making a break for the door, but he did run past both of you. So
Yeah.
you two do have opportunity attacks. He's trying to get out as fast as possible and probably call more guards.
Right.
Okay. Timothy will attack then with advantage, given that movement pattern.
Very nice. Let's see those numbers.
Oh, that's dreadful.
Ooh.
That hits.
Yes.
Yeah. This man is not doing well. This man, by the way, is like bleeding. He's got a giant scorch mark on the front of his tunic. He is not doing well. He is not doing well at all. So yeah, that hits.
This is the damage that Timothy non-lethally, let's keep in mind. He's just trying to hold this person down.
Just hamstrings them.
Describe to me what you've just done. I always like to hear what you did.
So he's escaped Timothy's weird spider grasp over his chair, and he's rolled away. But as Timothy collects themselves back into their full form, both Tim and Mo sideswipe as they haphazardly rotate their entire torso across his legs to try and slow him down, almost accidentally dealing too much damage.
Amazing. Okay. Yeah, fantastic. All right, and Apollo, you get an opportunity attack as well.
I can't. I don't have a weapon, and my unarmed strike does 0 bludgeoning damage.
You wanna slap him as he runs by?
I don't. I'll let it pass.
All right. Cool. I'm gonna say because of the amount of damage you did, by the way, he's knocked over again. He's on his hands and knees. Very nice. Okay. Let's see who's up next. I believe. Let's see. Timothy, you went before everyone else just went, right? So
yeah, but it should be a new round if I got my turn.
Yeah.
I haven't gone this round yet.
No. Yeah, I was gonna say it's Apollo's turn. Yeah, I didn't want to miss you.
So I'm gonna come up here.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah. Just want to make sure.
Can I grab the lapels of his jacket without making a grapple check?
Let's see.
I don't want to grapple him. I just want to like sort of intimidate him a little bit.
Go for it.
Okay. I grab the lapels of his jacket and say, "This manor belongs to House Andar now. Say it."
The Baron looks you. Give me an intimidation check. Give me an intimidation for that one.
Intimidation.
Give me an intimidation at advantage.
At advantage. Still 7. Okay.
Give me one more.
What is? Okay.
There it is.
I just wanted to make sure it wasn't broken. Like, holy fuck.
Yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, I'm gonna give that to you because this is going too well. Or this is real fun. Yeah, you stare this man in the eyes and you say this manor is mine now. The Baron is bleeding from his like nose, his chest. He's got burn marks all over the front of his shirt. He looks at you. He looks around the room. There are no other guards except the disarmed one next to him, and he's just like, these guys are fucking idiots. He looks at you and he says, he repeats exactly what you told him to say. He says, this manor now belongs to House Andar. And he just like puts his hands out in front of you as if to like receive handcuffs.
Okay, I cast second level burning hands.
Oh, you got.
Oh my god. Yes. Amazing. That absolutely hits. Go ahead and roll for damage.
It's not a hit. He has to make a dex save, and the guard behind him also has to make a dex save.
Nat 1.
Yeah. Does prone give disadvantage on dex saves too?
Well,
let me
he
see.
picked him back up. Apollo picked him back up. Right? You grabbed him by the...
I didn't pick him back. I'm just holding the lapels of his jacket to make him look at me.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, yeah, he's at disadvantage. He already rolled a nat 1, so it doesn't get much worse than that. The guard behind him also has to roll.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, gotcha. That was a 6, and then yeah. All right. Yeah.
Also, only attack rolls get disadvantage, not dex saves. But he rolled a nat 1 anyway.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Cool.
So
Yeah,
the guard
you've
behind
just.
rolled?
Sorry. The guard behind rolled a 6.
Okay.
He also
So-
failed.
If
Yeah.
they both fail, they both take 17 fire damage.
Jesus Christ. The guard is looking horrible. He is barely clinging on to life. He has gotten incredibly burned. He just falls over. He is barely clinging to life. He has burns all over his body. He's looking horrible. He is, as I said, barely clinging to life. The Baron is just completely burned as well. He's also yeah, he's down. Yeah. So
Jasper's just gonna like
you've
hug the
incapacitated
dog
both
and
of
look
them.
to Apollo and be like,
Oh, does that mean we can keep him?
The Baron looks to you and he's like, "You can have my dogs."
Yay!
and she's just like, yeah, snuggles him up.
Isaac is going to reapproach the group very cautiously, while still holding out the keys, and he's going to say, "The keys for the new masters," and he's going to hand you the keys to the group. Yeah.
Timothy will approach him and say, "Just your average Monday, right?"
Oh my god. Isaac is like, "Good joke, sir. Yes, very funny. Yes, average Monday. Yes."
Is he? Timothy's whole like concept of this world is like deteriorating now. He does not know what's going on.
Are we
Is
still in
Isaac
combat?
really just
No,
that much of a sycophant?
Combat is absolutely over. Isaac is yours now.
Okay, I'm gonna take the keys and
Yeah.
dismiss Isaac. And
You're firing Isaac?
The
Yeah.
Baron and the guard are still alive, right?
I guess just dismiss him from the room, not
No. I'm firing Isaac.
Oh,
Everyone not in the immediate party is not welcome in my house.
The guard is dead. He's got burned to death. The Baron is burned, charred, and not dead, but
Oh, if he's not dead, I want to kill him.
Okay, he's dead, sure.
Yeah, I was about to say, like,
He's dead. Baron's dead, guard's dead. Isaac is very... Did you tell him that he's fired just now?
Yeah, I'm taking the keys, and Isaac is dismissed. He can leave, and he's no longer welcome at Andar Manor.
You see a single tear roll down the side of Isaac's face. and he looks to you and he says,
Aw.
he looks to you and he says, "Very good, master." And then he just leaves out the back door. He leaves.
Aw.
Yeah.
I realize your predilections, but that may have been a tad unwise, dismissing him.
My wisdom is that I only trust the people in this room to not invite Strahd into the home. This is the only place in town that Strahd cannot enter, and I don't want anyone to invite him in.
Very
Jasper's
well.
just gonna
Fair
approach
enough.
and be like, maybe we could keep one cleaning maid just for the. It's a bit of a big house.
I'm not planning on staying here long.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. A cook? No. Okay.
We
That's
we
fine.
haven't alerted like any of the other guards or anything.
Let's see. I'm going to leave this up to you how you want to proceed, because there are the garrison of guards are still out in the front yard. But I want to see how you proceed, because the Baron's dead. The guards inside have been either incapacitated or killed. You fired poor Isaac in his misery. I want to know what you guys do to secure the rest of the manor, because there are some guards still out in the front.
Does the Baron have a signet ring on him?
The Baron has a few rings. He has some jewelry, like necklaces.
Like anything that shows his office or his station, I guess.
I'm gonna say no and let you guys roll with this.
Well, we both know thaumaturgy. We could just go out and make the announcement.
Up to you guys.
Timothy will don the armor of a particularly important-looking guard that has died.
I'm gonna yell after Isaac. Isaac, one job before you leave.
Isaac's gonna run back in. He's gonna say, "Yes, master. How can I serve?"
If you
Gather
really
the
think you
guards
can-
in the front courtyard.
Yes, master. Right away. And he's gonna run out. Do you want to stop him?
Isaac,
Yes.
you can stay if you promise not to invite anyone in the house without my express permission.
Of course, master. No one is to be invited into the home.
That is a direct order.
Understood, master.
Now, invite the guards in, and then they are dismissed.
No,
Okay,
no. Mo from the center of a jacket says, "No, don't invite anyone in."
Don't invite the guards in. How are we going to get them in the home? They're not welcome.
Do you want to just send Isaac out to fire them for you?
Yes, please, Isaac, go fire the rest of the guards.
Isaac's gonna go outside, or he's gonna go through the front door. You see him disappear, and 5 seconds later, he's gonna come back in and he's gonna say, "Masters, they didn't believe me, and they're all laughing at me now."
I was about to say I was gonna go out with them with like my sword and my dagger drawn, looking just incredibly belligerent, glaring at everyone and everything with just pure venom, standing behind him, so people would know he means business.
Isaac's go ahead.
Sorry.
No, Jasper,
I think
go ahead.
Jasper would like to take the part of his cape or jacket that's really charred and like burnt, give it to her and be like,
Maybe take this.
Isaac is gonna look to the group and say, "Masters, if I may recommend, perhaps if the guards saw the Baron in his current state, they would understand what is going on, and even might recognize you as the new masters of the house."
Very well.
Oh, I do like some theatrics.
Grab the Baron's body by the back of his collar.
Okay.
And drag him.
Okay. Does
So
the
we
group...
all three head it out there then.
All right. Sounds
Jasper's going to carry the dog.
good. Okay, cool. The dog's just going to follow you, actually. Both of them will.
Nice.
Both of the dogs have taken...
Heck yes.
The dog that got the bone thrown at it is going to follow Timothy, and the other dog is yours. Cool.
Timothy will pet the dog and say, "Yes, I am your one individual master. Definitely not 3 different masters."
Amazing. The dog just looks at you and kind of smiles. He looks happy.
Nice.
Very
Pet
cute
the dog.
puppers. Pet the dog. Can pet the dog in this video game.
Let's go.
Let's go. All right. So you guys all make your way out to the front yard?
Yes.
Cool.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. You give me 1 second. I'm just going to put us back on the front. All right. Very nice. You come back outside. You enter the courtyard. There's a few guards just patrolling around, and they see your group emerge. They're still kind of laughing from Isaac coming out and telling them they're all fired. And they see Isaac come out first, and they start laughing again. They're like, "Oh, what is it this time? Are we in trouble? Like, what's going on? Are we?" And then he sees the rest of you, or the guards see the rest of you come out carrying the Baron's body.
Do we hear any of them as we walk out, and are any of them within 20 feet?
You can hear them laughing, and yes, I'll say 2 of them are within 20 feet.
Just while we're walking on their way there, Jasper's just gonna whisper to Apollo, like,
What's your favorite color?
White, I guess.
Wonderful.
Very
Proceed.
nice.
I say
Yeah,
as
and-
I'm wearing all black and gold.
I'm gonna throw a knife at one of the 2 guards that's closest to us.
Okay, are we attacking the guards?
The ones that were close by, laughing at what's his
At Isaac?
At Isaac. Yeah,
Okay.
to get their attention.
Okay. Wait. So, are you trying to hurt them, or are you trying to just get their attention?
Yeah, I want to hurt them.
Yeah, I
They
wanna
just
hurt them.
ignored a command from the representative of the head of the house.
Give me a. Let's see. You're throwing a knife at them.
Yeah.
Give me a strength check.
I have a dagger with
Dex.
finesse sleight thrown. It's
Oh, Dex.
Or
yeah, it should be an
Go-
attack.
go for
roll,
Dex.
I think.
Or yeah, go for it. Give me an attack roll.
Please don't be too low. Damn it. 13.
I'm going to say that you hit him, but it's not a direct hit. It's gonna like bounce off of it, or it'll kind of scrape him. It's not gonna be yeah.
All
have
right.
to make a point.
Yeah, and I'm
It'll
gonna
be
draw
enough
my
to make it a
second
point.
one out then as we continue walking and setting up.
Very nice.
as I get to the top of these steps, I'm gonna toss the Baron's charred body down the steps, and
Uh,
then
Go for it.
use 2 casts of thaumaturgy to make my voice boom and to make all of the lights in the courtyard flicker.
Damn.
Oh,
Okay.
I was gonna use thaumaturgy to make all of them white.
Okay, yeah, you
Yeah.
can do that.
Cool.
Very nice.
We can do both.
Yes.
Dio's hand gesture as we walk out. Throw-
Amazing.
And I say,
Yeah, go for it.
the manor is under new management, and all of you are now unemployed. Please leave my property, or you will be considered trespassers.
Oh. Okay. Yeah. Okay. The guard that had the knife thrown at him. At first he looked kind of angry because he was like, "Holy shit, this guy's throwing a knife at me!" But then he sees the burning. They all see the burning body, or the burnt body, thrown to the ground, and they all realize that oh shit just went down. And they look at you and they say, "Are you sure you want to fire us, sir? We could provide protection for the manor for you."
Oh, I'm
Jasper's
absolutely.
gonna cast thaumaturgy and turn all the lights red and go, now!
The guards are. Oh yeah, did you want to do something else?
I want to lean over to Apollo and be like, perhaps a more nuanced solution. A bunch of unemployed layabouts with swords is not great if we want to keep staying here for any period of time.
What do you propose? I don't want them in the house.
But we can have them patrolling and collecting information.
Isaac's gonna listen to this and say, sorry, sirs, if I might interrupt, you could always just tell them they're not allowed inside the house and to just patrol the grounds if you'd like."
Very well.
Isn't that what they already do?
I mean, yeah, they
Not
were
the
allowed to go in before, but yeah.
Sharpest tool in the shed.
Yeah.
I tell them that.
Okay, cool. They look at you and they say, because they were about to head out, they realized that they weren't welcome. And they say, great. And then they kind of just like rush back to their spots where they were patrolling before. But this time they have like a very, they look very serious now. They're like, oh, shit's real. So yeah, congratulations. You now own a manor, a bunch of guards, and a servant. this isn't.
I'm gonna yell at the two that I threw the knife at. It's like, hey, bring that back.
The guy who had the knife like thrown at him, he goes, picks it up, and he's like, yes, right away, sir. And he brings it to you.
Yeah, good man.
Jasper
And,
would just very quietly turn the lights back to normal and be like, all right, never mind.
And someone find a nice place in the garden for the previous Baron.
Or a well.
Oh my god, maybe don't put in the drinking water.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, right away, sir. And then two of the guards come up to the corpse of the Baron, and they pick him up, and they're like, in the backyard, you say, in the garden. We'll find something, I guess. And
Make
they
a pyre
drag
first.
make a pyre first. All right, we'll take care of it, and they take the body around back. All right. What does the party want to do next?
Jasper's gonna lean over to the dogs and be like,
I will call you Tim, and I will call you Mo.
I'm gonna ask Isaac if he knows when my retainers are gonna arrive.
Isaac is gonna look to you and say, he's gonna say, well, actually, you see, the Baron didn't actually trust you guys, and he never actually sent anyone to go get them. But I'll send someone right away to get on it. And then Isaac rushes over to the nearest guard and like starts hurriedly telling him what to do.
I'm gonna walk over there and make sure that they get all the same instructions that
Sure.
we got before.
Sure.
I will have to make a few more changes. Make Isaac the head of the guards so that they listen to him and don't laugh at him.
Yes,
Okay.
we will definitely need to make some adjustments here. Isaac,
Amazing.
is there a treasury?
Treasury. Yes. Yes. Well, you see, there is a treasury. Yes, absolutely. But it's not full, or there's not much in it. But there is treasury.
No matter. Give me a report by tomorrow morning.
Oh, I can give you a report now. It's empty.
Wonderful.
Fine. We're just, that's what we had coming in. We'll make it work. Jasper, if you want to go down to their torture chamber and investigate what they were doing with the husks, I think you would be the best person for that job.
Don't need to ask me twice.
over.
I wanted to
she
check
heads
out the
over. Okay.
room with the jail cell again.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, go for it. I'll tell you what happens when you get to the jail cell room.
Timothy is going to say, I'll check out the rest of the house, but really what he's going to do is just, Thea is going to wander and sort of observe the carpet some more.
Okay.
But really what's going to be happening is they're going to be discussing amongst themselves the idea and concept of losing one another in this realm, and whether or not they should escape if they have the opportunity and leave one of their brothers behind in this soulless, sunless eternity of hell.
Oh wow.
So
Deep.
so they're going to be having this conversation at some point pretty loudly, given the emotional impact that they're all kind of going through, with the reality that one of them might, or two of them might, be left behind, and the possibility that one of them might escape with a beautiful, actual, real reality of escaping this hellscape. This might come up later emotionally with the rest of the characters, but for now, it's just happening silently in this sort of like shambling mess of an individual that is going through the manor at the moment.
Amazing. Very nice. Does Timothy have anything to say about Jasper naming the dogs Tim and Mo?
Thea kind of goes and keeps going, and like while this whole like deep conversation of like existential, like the concept of being left behind but in a greater sense of eternity like is happening, Thea is sort of thinking, is weighing on them more heavily about the fact that they're the legs of the group, and yet they're so forgotten, yet they're the ones that are like driving the entire like being that is
They're literally
themselves.
carrying this. They're carrying the
Exactly.
whole thing.
Exactly. How can they escape that? It's what they've been doing this whole time. They are not the mouth. they're not the middle. They are the feet, the toes, the toenails, even the toenail clippings. Perhaps no, they are even lesser than that. They are the dirt beneath the creature that is Timothy. It's a very rough conversation for Thee specifically, but they are still able to participate to some degree. It's a very rough time. It's like if a haunting soul was in your, like, if your home was haunted. This is like Timothy would be the haunting soul. You know what I mean?
This
Like
is a bad time.
This is
th-
this
th-
is
and that's why they've separated themselves from everyone right now, because they are so distraught with their own internal struggle of how they're going to approach this, even just within themselves, let alone with those that they barely even trust. You know what I mean?
I'm going on a tour of the house with Isaac.
All right. Feel free to set up a scene, if you will, Nikolai.
Yeah,
Later.
yeah. Sure thing. What kind of scene are you looking for? Like
I feel like there's some. I feel like Jasper and Alessandra have some pretty interesting scenes that we should get into before
Sure.
before Apollo runs into this mess.
Sure. Feel free to DM me later, and we can figure out some planning stuff.
Sure. I don't know what you feel, Ryan, about. Do you want to?
If you want to run into me, we can do that. This is what Apollo would do, because
Okay.
it's his new manor, and Isaac's the only one who knows the lay of the land.
Okay, and in which case I would defer to Mandy and Brian. Do you guys want to handle some information side of stuff first? I don't want to. I don't want to totally take over here.
I'm honestly
don't
not sure I'm gonna find out all that much here. It's just what I felt Alessandra would go to confirm the story and see if she could pick up any additional details these obviously incompetent guards would have missed. But I'm totally down for all the emotions and introspection and everything that's going on right now. I think it's really interesting.
Awesome. Okay, I've got the perfect. I've got this. Okay, so we're gonna
Mandy,
take.
what was your
Oh, yeah.
take?
Oh, I'm totally fine waiting on the whole Husks experimentation thing. I feel like we've already done a lot of finding out for very little fucking around, and I would like to do, yeah. So
I'm gonna
I'm
take us.
good on waiting on more discoveries.
I'm happy to take us on just like a really quick tour of the house if you want, just so you can see kind of what's around, if you'd like, and then we can all meet back up in like the great hall in the middle, and then we can go from there.
Cool.
Sure. Yeah.
Cool. Let's do that.
I think that works. Yeah.
Cool.
Just,
Okay.
Where are we really?
Yes.
Where are we? Really?
So you've just claimed this manor for your group. Your party is now the Barons of Barovia, the village.
Amazing.
So let's see. We'll go one at a time. So Jasper, you went off to the interrogation chamber.
Yeah, wherever the Husk
Sure.
man is.
Sure. So yeah, there's a cellar in the back. You're wandering around the house and you eventually find like a cellar in the back. You go down the stairs into the basement and you find that there's like jail cells with like maybe like 3 or 4 people inside of it. They all look like husks. They all look very dejected. Yeah, along the wall, there's tables covered in different tools that you recognize as either like torturing tools or medical equipment. And this area is now yours to do with basically as you please. The key ring that Isaac gave to the group has keys for the cells and stuff. So that's all yours to do with as you'd like. Is there anything you, Jasper, thinks about this, or how does Jasper interact with this?
Repeat the last thing?
Which part?
Just the last sentence.
Oh, I was just asking, what does Jasper think upon finding like a torture chamber, basically, that is now at your disposal?
I think she's not necessarily planning on using it for torture. She's basically trying to look at it from a medical perspective of like experimentation and pushing whatever limit, because like people do experience a little bit of pain when it comes to medicine, and just being like, how can we do that, not for the purposes of torture, but for the purposes of like trying to figure out what these people are, what's going on here. But she definitely wants to talk to the husk first, but we can
Sure.
do that later.
Yeah, we can do that later. Very nice. Okay, Apollo and Allie, you two went back up to Irina's chambers. Was that right, or just the upstairs area to like look
Apollo
around?
was just getting a tour of the place.
Oh, gotcha.
I
Okay,
can go with Allie though. I want to have a conversation.
perfect. So yeah, you two go around the house. The downstairs is pretty straightforward. It's the study, the kitchen, the main hall. Let me pull up the map just so I'm not missing anything. But yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Upstairs, it's just a bunch of bedrooms, basically. Yeah, mostly bedrooms, with the exception of Irina's, which has a jail cell in it. And yeah, if you go into the room where Irina was being kept, all you see is just the jail door wide open, and the key is just in the door. And you see the window in that hallway that you were in. The window in the back was open, and if you look outside, you see that there's just like vines leading down to the ground floor. And yeah, this must have been where Irina and Anton escaped from. But yeah, it's mostly just bedrooms, just what you would expect to find in a manor. So yeah, you
What
guys are
sort
free to
of
wander in.
idiot puts a keyhole on the inside of a jail cell?
It's on the
Honestly, this man
outside.
deserved to die.
Or yeah, I guess it'd have to be on the inside. Yeah.
Clearly, we didn't deal with the brightest bulbs in the bunch.
Who's the fool? The fools, or the fools who trusted the fools to not be fools?
That's fair.
I
Uh,
do apologize if I stepped out of line.
No,
Below.
I wanted to talk to you about that anyway. I was never very good at being a lord. That was my father's domain. I devoted myself to the church and my studies and never got a real chance to lead. And I understand that you are your duchess's advisor, so I really appreciate any assistance you can offer while we are stuck here and unable to, one, lord my domain, and two, advise your duchy.
I think that is agreeable. I admit I am not the most practiced hand at ruling estates, but whatever experience I have is at your disposal, at
Well,
least while we're allied.
two heads are better than one.
Sometimes.
I'm sure we'll do fine. Well, I guess we have some decisions to make on how we want to handle Lord Strahd whenever he finds out about Irina.
He obviously still needs us.
Yeah. We can
Otherwise,
pretend that this was part of the plan. I mean, Irina and Anton are not very smart. I'm sure we could convince Strahd that they were mistaken. We were actually trying to help them.
it's possible.
We
I
can
know, at
discuss
the
that with the
very
rest of the
least,
group, though.
there's not much of a way that we could have planned this particular escape with them one way or another.
No,
So at the very least, we can feign innocence.
true.
But we'll need to put some sort of a plan together quickly.
Absolutely. Well, let's continue our tour and meet back with the others then.
Very
Indeed.
nice. Awesome. Let's take it to Timothy. What are you doing during this time?
As we're walking up on the corridors, and Thea is sort of silently addressing the steps necessary to map out the area and the strange intricacies of the carpets, perhaps. Uh, Mo and Tim and Mo are sort of bantering between one another. So you're telling me they're just going to leave you behind if you just I die, you're going to escape without me? You're not going to try and find the reincarnation of my soul? I mean, that's what they said, right? You know, if you're stuck here, you're stuck here until you can get out. And if you can get out, you should find the person whose soul was left behind. And if you're going to leave me behind, I'm not going to let you just leave me behind like that. I will find you, Mo. I will find you. Hey, I didn't say that. I did not say that. So there's a pretty strong disagreement between Tim and Mo about, if you die, I'll leave you behind. But that's not really what I meant, because it's about like brothers living well, but allowing brothers to live well behind one another, and then eventually and I'll allow this time to sort of be like the most distracted point of Timothy's journey throughout the house, where Thea says, "Well, you'd leave me behind. You'd leave me behind all the time. You'd leave me behind all the time, right below you. I'm always below you. I'm below all of you. as they sort of come to a soft stop.
Amazing. I'm going to say, as you're wandering around, Timothy actually stumbles upon the kitchen, which is just fully loaded with food.
Timothy will stop calmly, and Tim will say, I think it's been a long time since we've had a nice meal. Wouldn't you say, brothers? And Mo will say, yeah. Yeah, it has. And they're going to look around, assure that no one's. They're going to doff their coat, hang it up on the near corner, and hold each other's hand and say, what'll be tonight? And they're going to start looking for materials and ingredients to make a little meal for themselves. But once they find out what they're going to make, given the materials and the ingredients, they're going to start thinking about the party that has gotten to this point and start making a little bit more than just for the three of them. Because I guess they own this place now.
Very nice. Yeah, you in the kitchen you find whatever you desire. There's meats hanging from like hooks on the ceiling. There's pantries full of food. Whatever you could imagine. There's everything in here. You can make whatever you wanted, pretty much. So yeah, there's a lot in here. Yeah, very
Mo
nice.
will say, wow, there's a lot of good stuff in here. And Tim will say, yeah, can't imagine the last time we had something this good for us. And Thea will say, well, aside from last week, or aside from yesterday.
Oh,
Very
And
nice.
and they'll continue making food, but then slowly Thea will start stirring up a theory that it's a little too good to be true, isn't it? That they have everything they'd ever want to make a nice broccoli beef for their friends and family.
Very nice. All right, we're gonna like skip forward maybe like an hour, say that everyone's had time to kind of like explore the house. Timothy has prepared food for the group, and we all gather back up in the main hall. And yeah, we're all gonna meet back up.
Yeah, I guess everyone arrives, or when they arrive next in the house, the house is filled with the smell of broccoli beef.
Very nice.
How is it every time we role play, Philip is the chef for the group?
Yes.
good question.
Yes.
How else are you going to live out your real fantasies?
That's fair.
My fantasy
That's
is that I
fair.
want to cook for my
You
friends.
can provide for people with food.
Philip, let's talk later, but you and I should hang out and do some cooking together because I'd be super down.
Let's
Like,
make this reality.
no
Nothing
meme.
stops us.
I'm not sponsored, but HelloFresh, super dope. I'd be down to order some, meet up, and cook together. Anyways, we'll figure that out later.
Yo, throwback to the 20 berry Terry. I'm coming in hot with the 20 berry Terry.
Amazing. All right.
Everything you could ever want in this pantry.
Yes.
Exactly.
You are
That's
now
why
the lords
Thea is
here.
skeptical.
You are now the barons of this area. I mean, you guys have your own mansion. You've got staff. Assuming you haven't fired the staff yet, you do have some servants that can cook and whatnot for you, clean. Yeah, you guys are set. And so, are you guys just discussing like everything that's happened, like together? Or what's going
Yeah.
on?
Now that we're free of Strahd's eavesdropping, I want to talk about our plan and our goals for what we're doing here. Especially after the information we got from the seer, what we want to do if we want to keep the relics. I really like that light sword. That light sword looks hella dope.
It's definitely not a lightsaber.
I think Jasper's just gonna sit down and be like, "So, are you the Baron? Are we all barons?"
Oh, I'm the Baron, but
Oh, okay.
you guys are welcome in my home.
Can we get a title or just make one up? Is this?
What title do you want? You want to be house physician?
No, that is boring. I would like to be Jasper, the wickedest witch of them all.
Done.
Yes.
How do we
Okay, moving on.
address you? We get a switch? That's a
Jasper
bit of
for
a mouthful.
short.
Okay.
As the group is kind of having their fun, celebrating their victory, you guys are all in the main hall, by the way. You hear a knock come from the front door.
Okay. Is Isaac around to answer it?
Sure. Isaac has been following, or has been waiting nearby. Yeah. So Isaac will go up to the front door, and there's a little piece of wood that moves on the door. He puts his thumb on it and he pushes it aside. It's a peephole, and he looks outside. He gasps and he says, "Masters, I think it's for you."
Indeed. Who is it?
It's Lord Strahd.
Oh, well, he can wait there.
Yeah, we knew this was coming.
Okay.
But I suppose if we want to keep up appearances, we can't necessarily just
We
leave
can't-
him on the doorstep.
Keep him waiting, but we can come out to him.
Yeah, very well. I'll
do you-
get up and pick up my cane and start moving over.
Okay.
Timothy will stand behind where the door opens.
Let's hold on. We're not going into combat, but I'm just going to put us back on the map, the other map,
And
just to visualize it.
Holy shit, y'all. Holy shit.
Okay, we're back here now. You're over here. You're dead. You're dead. Put yourself wherever you guys want. I'm just gonna say the dogs have followed you guys. Yeah, put yourself wherever you like. And Isaac is near with you guys as well. Yeah. Mandy, can
I
you-
want to hide the dogs around the corner and just.
Okay.
I don't want them to be in harm's way.
Sounds good. The dogs are hidden. Okay. Yeah. So Strahd has knocked at the door, and what do you guys do? You're all grouped up at the door.
I will. I guess I'll give a look and just shrug, like,
I
shall we?
nod.
Act normal.
And I'll just open the door.
Very
Count
nice.
Strahd. Lovely evening out.
Strahd will look at the group with this enormous smile on his face. He couldn't be happier. And he says, "My goodness, I couldn't be more impressed with you. Oh, I knew I found a good lot this time." And then he says, "Oh my God, I could not have imagined that this is how this would have turned out. This is ridiculous. You're the new barons of Barovia, the village, not the realm. That's still mine. I know, poorly named. I hate it. I just wanted to come to. Don't worry, I'm not coming inside. Don't worry, I'll stay on the porch. But I just wanted to come. I'm sorry."
I said, that's very kind of you.
And he says, "I came to congratulate you. Irina has been safely brought to me. And that Anton fellow, he did a great job. Irina tells me that you guys did an amazing job distracting the Baron, luring the guards away, pretending to be on their side. You guys were amazing. I can't believe it. I am so pleased with you."
Indeed. Well, you told us to take out the Baron and free his daughter, so we took out the Baron and freed his daughter, and now we have his manor.
Strahd's gonna think for a second and say, "Did I tell you to take out the Baron?"
Did you? I must have just that. I thought it was implied.
Oh, okay. The overzealousness is amazing. I love it. You guys crack me up. I just came to congratulate you, tell you how happy I am. I'm gonna check off task number 1. It's done. You guys did amazing. You guys have your own manor now. This is crazy. Congratulations, guys. You did fantastic. I couldn't be happier. Up next, your next task. I'm sure you're more than up for it. That Van Richten fellow that you've already heard about from the seer. I guess he's probably your next goal then. You guys did great. I can't wait to see how you take care of Van Richten.
Yes. Well, we were just discussing how we were going to do that. So.
Indeed,
So
I
ambitious.
already have people out searching for him.
Do you now? That's amazing. So proactive.
But I'm sure you already knew that.
I did. I admit I did know that. Yeah. Strahd's just joyfully chuckling and laughing and having a good time. He's very happy.
Yes. Well, if there's nothing else,
He'll say, Strahd's gonna say, it smells like dinner's cooking. I'll leave you guys to it unless you want to invite me in. And he's gonna chuckle when he
kind
says
of you,
that.
and I'm gonna shut the door on him.
Bye.
Beautiful. All right, yeah. Yeah. You close the door in Strahd's face. You can hear him outside still laughing and having a good time, and you can hear his laugh fading as he kind of disappears.
By the way, Isaac, my retainers.
Oh yes. Yes, they arrived just before Lord Strahd did. They're waiting for you in the study.
Very good. Have somebody keep an eye on them too, by the way. And then I guess we'll return to dinner.
Nice. Just to clarify, so you have 3 retainers. What are they doing? One of them is looking for Van Richten, and
Yeah,
the
one
other
of
2
them's
are
out
here.
looking for Van Richten. The other
Okay.
2 should be in the study.
Okay,
Because I think
very nice.
they were just holding down the fort.
Yeah, very nice.
After
Okay,
the
cool.
last session.
Yeah, that sounds good. Cool.
Mo will take a moment now, actually, at the dinner table to read the note after they realized that there was a note slipped in that they didn't recognize.
Mhm.
Particularly, Alessandra's response to their previous message, or previous, I
Yeah.
guess, quip. Really, it was just reiterating a fact from the previous dinner.
Yeah, and similar
Gotcha.
to Timothy's letter to Allie, this one is also in Thieves' Cant.
Nice.
Remind me again what the response was.
So my response was, same to you. Was that magic?
Right.
Oh, this is in response to the dagger throwing, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, because Timothy said nice knife throw back there, and so it's. I think Tim also threw a knife, if I remember right.
It
Very
was
nice.
at the same time, and we both took out the same target because of the
That's
because of our
right. Yeah.
attacks. Like from hidden angles as well, but Timothy had failed their stealth check.
Very nice.
Right. Okay. Just making sure. So yeah. So Mo reads it, and he kind of whispers to Thea while Tim is kind of on top, kind of maintaining face and all that.
Nice.
Nice.
Eventually, it does make his way up to Tim, and Alessandra is able to sort of see a straight-faced, like, smile, like a little bit more genuine than the previous, like, comical, like, oh yes, this is a regular human being smiling, but more so like this is a friend who has recognized what you have done
Right.
just now, like you have snuck it past them this long, really.
Yeah, and do I see like the letter like sticking out of the collar or anything, or is it still like inside the jacket?
Is if Isaac is fairly like out of the way, then you actually, and then Mo will actually sort of peek like a button open in the jacket, and give a little like a little twinkle in the eye, like looking at Alessandra, like, wow, I had no idea.
Okay. Yeah, and Ellie's going to see that, and she's just going to wink back and give a little grin.
Okay, loud and clear,
Yeah, no busted tooth smile for you. I want you to know I actually appreciate you.
A rare thing, right? Normally you make it loud and proud, right? But it's anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a very subtle, like, okay, a fellow rogue, truly, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah. So a small, soft, tender moment at dinner, silent but very tender.
Very nice.
Game recognized game.
How do we want to proceed from here? Let's see. So I still have more stuff planned. I planned way too much content for this. So if we want, we can continue for a bit, or we can start wrapping up. How's everyone doing?
I should start wrapping up.
Cool.
It's bedtime for me.
Yes. Let's say so there's bedrooms upstairs. Each of you can have your own room.
I'm going to take
there's-
the master bedroom.
Yeah, there's a master bedroom for Apollo. Yeah, let's say everyone went to bed for the night after dinner. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
I
Cool.
think so. Yeah,
Cool.
this is a great
Oh,
spot.
I need to deal with my retainers though.
Yes, go for
Yes.
it. Yeah, we can. Let's do some wrap ups for what everyone does at the end of the day, and then we'll call it here and do a quick post mortem.
Yeah. So I guess I'll head up to the study
Okay.
where they're at, and is there somebody like posted up outside of the study already from Isaac, keeping an eye on him, or
Isaac is kind of just wandering around this hall. They are both just sitting in the chairs in the lounge or in the study. Yeah, you're basically on your own with them. The guards are all outside; they're not allowed inside anymore.
okay? Before I enter view of the study, I'm gonna motion over to Isaac
Okay.
to come over,
Yeah,
and
he
I'm
comes
just
over to you.
gonna ask him how they seem, like if they I don't know
Okay.
if they seem normal or if there's
Hmm.
anything that he thinks seems off to them. I know
Sure.
they don't know each other very well at
Sure.
all, but just
Isaac's gonna like bow down a bit and say like, Master, I'm so sorry. I do not know these
stop that.
these people
I'm
very
just
well.
Lady Allie.
I'm sorry.
No need to bow. No
Oh.
masters. I'm just Lady Allie. Continue.
Yes, of course. Unfortunately, I don't know them very well, but they seem fine if that's what you mean. Yeah, I don't think they're under any spells or anything. They seem okay.
Physically all right.
Yeah, they seem unharmed. They were found just in the tavern having a good time. A little inebriated, if that's what you're getting at.
Very well. Please have them assigned to help out individuals around here.
Yes,
And
of course.
as follow up with those individuals to see how they're fitting in on a daily basis. And
Yes, of
we'll keep
course.
talking.
Sounds good. Yes.
Thank you very much, Isaac. You may carry on.
I will carry on eternally.
And then I'll head into the study. And the first thing I'll do is in like our spy code thieves can't thing that I've got set up with my retainers, just um, check our greetings to make sure that they're responding in the correct manner.
Yeah, they both respond correctly.
Okay. And then I'll just be welcome to Andor Manor. For the time being, we will be acting as advisors for the new Baron, Apollo Andar. That said, our
Hmm.
goal here has not changed. We must determine what this power is that Strahd so wishes to tempt everybody with, and we must determine if it is a threat to the duchy and deal with it in a manner that is according to that. The
Uh,
being who
yeah, go for it.
controls this area, this Strahd who sent the letter, seems to be omnipotent and omniscient in this land of Barovia. So we must act with utmost caution. As far as we're aware, he has no power within this manor. But if you ever need to leave, well, use the utmost care. God, I keep forgetting their names.
That's okay.
Yeah, I'll then tell Delilah to send a message to Marcos
Okay.
to have him check in.
That's the one who went
And-
looking for Van Richten, right?
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah, and he's the senior as well.
Mhm.
And then I'll ask them both to keep an eye on the household staff and to let me know if they see anything that is amiss. And while we're having this conversation, I will be very intently focused on their reactions and their general mannerisms to make sure that there's nothing that would seem out of character for them.
Sounds good. Yeah, no, they're-
especially when I mentioned Strahd and that sort of thing.
yeah, no, they respond normally. They seem fine.
Okay. No insight check needed.
You can insight check them if you'd like. But yeah, from yeah, they seem fine for everything. From everything you've seen,
Okay.
like they gave you the right code, and they seem to be acting normal. So,
All
yeah,
right.
up to you.
Then I'll just say, well, very well. There are rooms here. You may take whichever one you choose. And we'll see you in the morning.
Very nice. Very nice. Cool. Is that are you gonna go to your room and call it for the day?
Yeah.
Sounds good. Let's see, Jasper. Why don't you go next? What are you gonna do to end the day?
Well, the day has been very intense and very tiring. So I think Jasper's just kind of like drafting up almost like a plan, almost like a scientific process on like how she might want to approach the husk, and just being like, eh, just kind of being torn between like, oh, being so excited to discover like a new thing to her, but also being like, this is kind of a person, so it's not like her experimenting with rats or just doing random magic in the woods, and just kind of trying to find things that can work within that, trying to figure out what questions does she have, what does she want to test, and what does she want to know about this world. And I think she's just gonna be drafting that up.
Very nice.
I think she wants to take a blanket outside and sleep under the stars if she knows that she's safe here.
Okay. And yeah, you're gonna sleep outside.
Either outside or somewhere where I get like a really nice view of the
All
night
right.
sky.
No take backsies.
Understandable.
Jasper, I'm writing this in my notes. Jasper sleeps outside.
All right.
Cool. You go find a blanket and you go sleep under the stars.
In the back garden, perhaps.
In the back garden, that's fine. It's really nice back there. You know what? I'm so sad we didn't get there. We can talk about this real quick in the postmortem. But yeah, I had a whole backyard planned out. I'll show you what it looks like.
They have a fire set up already.
Once we wrap up everybody's story, I'll tell you what I had planned and how it went awry. But yeah, there was a whole look. I even
you didn't
had
have it planned for us to take over the manor and become the new barons of Barovia.
I literally have Irina in this part escaping with you through the garden.
Oh no! You wanted us to escape with Irina? Oh, we couldn't tell that at all.
Oh.
We'll get there. But there was a lovely garden in the back. You can go sleep in the corner somewhere.
Cool.
Yeah. So yeah, you go sleep outside. Okay. Let's see. Timothy, how about you go next?
Tim and Mo, while Tim and Mo have guided themselves to the nearest doorway, possibly next to the master bedroom.
Sure.
But basically, Tim and Mo are totally separated from Thee at the moment because
Okay.
Thee is restless right now. He's stuck with the idea that that he could be abandoned in this place, not only physically but also spiritually. So he's sort of convinced his brothers that he's going to take the hat of disguise. He's going to disguise himself as just some small person, and he's just going to wander the halls. He just needs to take a walk, basically. So he begins wandering the halls again, sort of tracking the same footsteps and carpet patterns that he's seen before, the wood grain and the way that it shifts in the different panels. He's just trying to fill his head with any information right now that'll separate him from the fact and underlying fear of being abandoned by his two brothers. And at some point, he arrives in the kitchen where he realizes that they didn't ask anyone to clean up the dishes that they had used to make the broccoli beef for tonight. So Fee begins in his feeble self, alone, no brothers to help him, begins washing the dishes and cleaning the kitchen by himself, trying to distract himself from the fear of being abandoned by the people that he trusts the most and the people that he trusts the second most.
Very nice. Very nice. Let's see. Allie, you've done your thing. Jasper, Timothy, Apollo. How do you end the day?
I'm just gonna retire to the master bedroom, close
Very
the doors,
nice.
maybe brighten it up a little bit before
Very
going
nice.
to bed.
Yeah, you can find some candles if you want to like light them around
Oh
the
no,
house.
I'm casting light magic to
Oh,
make
gotcha.
everything brighter as I go to sleep.
Very nice. All right. Well, with that, session 2 is complete. Holy crap! What happened? Great job, guys. That was real fun. I
You
hope
tell
you guys...
me, Nikolai. You tell me.
I don't know. Shit got crazy. I hope you guys had a good time. That was real fun.
Oh, there was so much there. There was so much good stuff.
Oh my god. Yeah, I had a little bit extra planned, but yeah, I think this is a pretty good spot to stop. Yeah, you guys did great. Oh my god, that was hectic. I didn't realize how much you guys were going to go against rescuing Irina. I did not expect that. Yeah, that threw me off.
You forced it on us. Like, I was gonna go downstairs, talk to the Baron, and then maybe go up and try to rescue her, but
That's fair. I knew that I had planned for Irina to be like pretty much desperate to leave at this point. So like, yeah, she was coming up with like crazy plans, like, oh, try holding me hostage, or like, yeah, she had like come up with a bunch of stuff to get out. But yeah, just I didn't expect you guys to try and hold her in, especially after she herself was like, oh yeah, I want to leave. So that was really interesting. So yeah, I kind of had to think on my feet for that.
we didn't have a plan to how to keep her out of Strahd's hands once we left. So I wanted to go down and formulate that before we try to make the escape.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
But
'cause
you didn't let us do
clear
that.
that
fair.
relationship was not healthy,
That's fair.
Absolutely
even
not.
remotely. I think it was clear she was not really in a good headspace for it either.
Fair.
But
That's fair. Well, I hope you'll
Leave it up
forgive
to
me for. Hope you don't mind
I
me
was going to say,
directing it just a little
leave
bit.
it up to 3 men to make an assumption about a young woman's relationship, right?
Oof.
18 years old, Strahd has already visited her twice, and it sounds like those weren't like necessarily like super recently. It's
Yeah.
I don't
I
even
think
care
we're a
about
little
relationship.
along sexism there.
Yeah.
My reason for keeping her out of Strahd's hand wasn't altruism. It was I feel like Strahd wants her for a reason, and maybe that reason's power. So I don't want her to. I don't want him to have her. So
Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah, I mean, there's also that. It's just, nah, no, he wants us. Nah.
no, not gonna give it to him.
That's fair. I think, yeah, I try my best to always yes and whenever we're going with something. But in order to keep sort of in line with the overall goal, I did have to try and keep us in a sort of certain route. So yeah, I do apologize for air quote railroading just a little bit, but yeah, I hope you had a good time either way.
I think it helped to double down on the fact that the guards are extra fucking unprepared to actually deal with Strahd. I think that it did a great job of doing that.
I appreciate that. Yeah, no, I did a lot of improvising on my feet there to try and keep yeah, I did a lot of improvisation for that whole thing with Irina. Like having Anton come in at one point to try and like mix it up a bit was kind of on the spot as well. Yeah, no, that was really interesting. I had planned this whole thing to be a stealth kind of thing, kind of like Philip's heist campaign that we did a while ago. This was all planned out to be like a stealth thing, and like if it turns bad, like some guards will show up. But like, yeah, no, this whole thing, oh my god, this went so differently from how I thought it would. So this was just very fun to watch.
Well, then you did a great job improvising. Because
the whole thing was improvised. This was supposed to be a stealth section. Absolutely. Let me tell you the extent to which I had this planned as a stealth section. On the upper floor, let me show you. On the upper floor, I had some guards on the DM layer so that only I could see them, and I was going to move them every few turns to have them like patrolling, and then that would determine whether or not they would find you or not. And you guys would have to like peek around corners and like tell where their patrols are going and whatnot. But like, no, y'all were just like, no, fuck Irina, she can stay in the jail. And I'm just like, oh, okay, we going with that. And then I was like, oh, maybe if I throw Anton in, like as like, oh, I'm on the inside, I'm here to help like rescue Irina, that maybe you guys will be like, all right, well, there's more people helping us, maybe we can leave now. And y'all were just like, no, fuck you, Anton. And I was like, okay. And then while you were downstairs in the study after, I was like thinking on my feet, I was like, okay, well, I do need to get Irina out of here for the overarching story. Okay, you know what? The guards forgot to take Anton's keys away, so he just opened the door and they left. All right. And I just came up with that on the spot. I was like, okay, this is fine.
You gotta trust the players a bit more though, because I was gonna come back up. That was my plan, is to go make a plan, come back up, and then break her out once we know what we were gonna do with her after
That's
Strahd.
fair.
Yeah, and I was also thinking the same thing, but also we needed to scope the place out because even if, like, yeah, okay, she said the garden is like less heavily patrolled. We still don't know like what the patrols are back there or the layout of the back. We hadn't been there,
Fair.
so like we hadn't scoped everything out.
We weren't going to go against your plan, but then you kept throwing stuff at us.
That's fair. Yeah, I will try to find better ways to go about that. I realized that wasn't probably the best way. I think at the time I was thinking that you guys were just like leaving. I thought you guys had no interest in rescuing her after talking to her. So I was like, oh, well, she needs to leave somehow. So yeah, I was just trying to figure out a way. So I do apologize for railroading, but yeah, I was just trying to kind of figure something out. Well, I hope you had fun either way, though. Yeah, I did spend a lot of time planning.
I had a lot of fun watching those fucking cleric spell damage rolls come in. Holy shit.
I was so sick of everyone's shit at that point, and I'm
Oh
really
my-
glad. That was a story nat 20 right there.
I
Oh,
felt
yeah.
that. I felt that shit. Oh my god, Ryan.
That's fair. Yeah, no, that was real fun. Oh my god, I did not expect you guys to try and take on the Baron. That came as a surprise. But
I knew with my just Apollo in general, I knew it was going to happen at some point. Apollo's just going to lash
Fair.
out at someone for having darkness in their heart, and this time it was the Baron. May happen again in the future. Who knows?
Very
Now I
nice.
have an army, so
Yep. Very nice. Well,
I was debating if Apollo wasn't able to do everything that he did. I think I was gonna have Alessandra like come up and finish him off along with the guard.
nice.
I had a feeling that we'd be able to use the Baron's residence for like most things. I didn't realize the circumstances under which we would actually be able to
Oh, yeah.
obtain those.
I was hoping to make an ally out of the Baron and get what's her face out, so that we could use his manor and also like appease Strahd somehow, but also
Yeah.
like not get out her in his hands. But like we
But now
tried, but she got away.
we
And it
kinda
was
have
on you.
both. We
We
kind of
kinda
have both
even-
now.
kind of have both now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I certainly
I
never
don't know
expected
what-
you
I
guys
don't
to
know
turn
what,
this into your home base.
I don't know what implications are going to come out of Strahd getting what he wants, but yeah, we have a base of operation that he can supposedly not access, which is nice.
Yo, anyone else suspicious of like Isaac and like any other guard that
Oh,
has been invited?
I was firing them. You guys stopped me.
So the reason
Hey,
I was doing
whoa,
that
whoa,
is I
whoa.
didn't want them stirring up trouble in the village.
That's fair.
So I wanted to keep them around to keep an eye on them.
They are a rowdy bunch. That was a good call.
Yeah, this has been great, Nikolai.
I
I've
appreciate
been
it. Yeah,
constantly in constant enjoyment. Truly.
I'm really glad to hear that. Yeah, I will try better next time to not. Yeah, I'll try and go more with what's happening.
Yeah.
I guess.
Don't worry about the story. You've literally got Ryan and Brian carrying the entire intellectual like front of the of the story.
Amazing. Awesome. Well,
They'll
I've
find
got
a way to make it happen.
right on. Yeah, I'll go more with the flow next time though. I'm learning as I'm DMing. This is still my second time, so I am.
It
I am
was still
figuring
really
things out.
fun. It
And
was
you're
I'm
doing
glad.
a great job too.
I
You're doing a great
appreciate
job.
it,
No,
yeah.
no doubt about it.
Thank you.
Great characters.
Thank you. Yeah, definitely have more to learn though. But yeah, I really appreciate that. Holy shit, y'all took over the fucking manor and killed the Baron. Literally, like Oh my god, I literally when this started turning south, I was just like, huh, this isn't going how I thought it would. But
just
yeah.
don't worry.
No.
What's
By the
that?
time things started popping up in the study hall, and I was even thinking this like before we started fighting, and I was like, I think we're gonna have to take this place over.
It's a battle map for a reason. There's a grid here for a reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, you guys did a really good job. This definitely went in a really fun direction. Yeah, the next chapter I have outlined, and I think we absolutely keep working from what we've got. Not a whole lot changes with like the Van Richten portion. So yeah. I'm excited for what comes next. You guys are doing some really really cool stuff with the characters I've made. So yeah, this has been real fun.
Awesome. Can't wait, dude, for the next one.
Yeah, really appreciate it. I'm a little busy, or I'll try and get some more planning done this week. I'm busy this coming weekend, but I will shoot from a week from Sunday if possible, or we can do during the week. I'll keep you guys posted.
Sunday.
I'll just
Get if that
I'll
works.
message you guys during the week.
So not next Monday, but a week from next Monday. So the 20th, 21st, and then also the 27th, 28th. I'm not going to be able to play after work.
Okay.
I've got training that goes until pretty late at night.
No worries. We'll message in the Discord and figure out everyone's availability.
All right.
Cool.
Sounds good.
Well, thank you so much for playing, guys. That was insane. Yeah, have a good one, guys. I'll talk to you later.
Yep.
Have a great
See
night,
ya.
guys.
Yeah, bye, guys.
Bye.
See ya.
All right. Well, thank you to those of you who watched. I hope you had as much fun as I did. Oh my god, that got so chaotic. I had planned this all to be like a stealth section, and like they just were like, "What if we just didn't rescue Irina immediately?" And I just had to think on my feet. And I hope you guys enjoyed that. I had to think real fast, and I hope everyone enjoyed the results. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you had a good time. I know I certainly did, and I hope to see you again in the next episode. Take care. Have a good one. I will see you soon.